How long before they're gonna get it right? I see behind all of your smiling eyes. I know you're scared of what it all became
All right, so what is the? I believe that this is episode 20 of You'd Be Dead.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty dope. Get to the 2-0.
You should feel proud, Bob. That's a big anniversary.
Well, and to celebrate us getting the 20th episode on 420, I ate way too many milligrams of an edible.
You look pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Good.
Good for
Good.
you. Yeah, edibles are the way to go.
Makes me happy.
If I had to choose.
Is no one else celebrating?
No. I just get too paranoid. The only time I can ever do it now is when I know for a fact that like I'm not around my daughter.
Weird.
It's not that weird.
Yeah, I suppose if you're like at a low enough dose though, like it's not like you're gonna I don't know, like there's nothing you can do to hurt your daughter. Unless you were just
No, it's not
zonked out of
about
your mind.
No, yeah, it's not even that. It's not about me doing something to hurt my daughter. It's about me knowing that like she really is pretty much completely helpless. And if she needed care in any way, shape, or form, I want to be in the clearest mind possible to take care of her.
Alright.
Being a step whole nother ball game, dude. I just do whatever the fuck I want and then show this kid Pokemon and Bionicles and he fucking loves me.
Well, you're I feel like he's also older than my daughter.
You're just like an uncle,
Cool.
but you get to have sex with the sister.
Oh, isn't that the dream?
I wish. One of these days. Wait, it came out wrong.
Yeah, hey Xbox, record that.
I know the editor.
All right, all right, Bob. Pull out that would you rather.
All right. I feel like I am happy with the person I'm with. We might get married one day. She might be the one. Fraser, you have your person. You're married. You found your one person. Scott, I mean, like, just imagine meeting the love of your life one day and just like everything clicking and everything going great. You getting married. They're in your life forever. They come to you one day with a proposal. Now, would you rather is would you rather they propose to you, they bring someone in,
Ooh.
and that person is going to be their boyfriend. They're going to do all the
Oh.
boyfriend things except fucking. And they want you to drill them out after a long day of having a different boyfriend. Or would you rather they propose to you that you be their boyfriend? You do all that cute romantic shit, like, you know, husband and wife stuff, but some dude's gonna come in and just dig her out every night.
Okay, I guess I have one question. Can I have a second girlfriend?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Either way, or no. So in one instance you're the cuck, in one instance you're the bull. Like that's
Yeah.
God damn it. And it's
Mm.
just the other instance you're alone, but you get to have sex with the lady all the time.
No. Well, it's not even just that. You get to do like everything with her besides like the home life.
Well, I think you're just having sex. So you don't really get any of the boyfriend stuff. It's just like,
No.
I'm with
No, no, no. You
I
go there
would
and you fuck her and you're done.
the boyfriend.
You'd
dude,
pick the boyfriend?
No, no, no. I'm saying so the husband is I dig her out, but then she leaves again and goes with the boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, you leave.
Oh,
I don't know,
You're like
yeah.
the
dude. You caught
I'm
me at a
gonna
bad
take the
part.
boyfriend.
Yeah,
you're like
well,
the side you're like the side piece, but she's not fucking her boyfriend. You'd be the main piece,
and you don't get to
not the
have
boyfriend.
sex with anyone, really. Ever.
Well, I'm not gonna be abstinent.
Well, you almost have to
Good
be
point.
because you're choosing to be monogamous with this lady that you don't get to have sex with.
Yeah, no. Then I'll take the husband aspect. I'll take railing her. and then leaving and going and hanging out with the dog apparently, like because I can't fucking have a girlfriend.
Yeah, you could have friends. You could hang out with your friends. I don't know, man. That's a good question right now in my life. Um,
God. Hmm.
because I really want that close connection with somebody and just the boyfriend shit. But god damn, then Anthony makes it sound nice. You just have sex and go hang out with the boys.
Yeah.
Do I have to provide for her as a husband?
Well,
You're
I feel,
providing dick.
Okay.
god
So to
damn.
me, it sounds like you have that turned around. It sounds like the boyfriend would be the one that comes and gives her dick and then dips. Husband is like the more permanent bond that doesn't have sex.
I didn't label him boyfriend and husband.
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah, he did.
No, that was
Oh, I
you.
thought you said boyfriend came and went. Okay, cool. Well, then I will take yeah the having sex and dipping.
God, that's the smarter choice.
Yeah, I think that's what I would pick too.
I'm just a
We're
dummy.
men.
I
It's
don't know.
in our genetics.
But the more you think about it, that's definitely the right choice.
Mhm.
Because you just hang out with the boys and you get deal at the end of the long day, you get the sex and then you get to sleep in your own bed.
Yeah.
And like you have to know. I mean, is there a way for me to know that she's absolutely not having sex with the perma guy?
Oh, it's a would you rather. It's yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
how.
I know this. So yeah, dude, I'm fucking going to watch the game, and I'm going back. I'm gonna go railer, and then I'm gonna go back to the bar and catch the late game. Like
Right.
that's
But
God
it'd be a sad
damn.
existence because you wouldn't have any romance or love in your
Dude,
life.
this is a very pertinent question, Bob, because I've been craving that romance and connection. So like my
Yeah.
first thought is the husband, and like I would have said that first, and I think I probably have to stick with it. Probably go with that, even though I admit that the boyfriend is a smarter, better choice.
it's funny how we pick like just opposites because we're both in the opposite shoes. Because to me,
Right?
mine's not even just about the opposite shoes either. Mine's like, I'm not gonna be her second option. I'm not gonna be the one who like provides for her, but then doesn't get to sleep with her. So like, if you're gonna make me your second option, I'm gonna use you for sex and dip. Like that's what it's gonna be,
I
and
think
I'll
you
be
gotta.
lonely.
I think you forget
But
about the providing for her. I think you gotta close that. That's because it's just
how are
she's.
you supposed to?
Well, I mean, like you're providing the comfort and that, but I thought you were talking about like money and all that. I mean,
No, as the permanent guy, you are. Like that's what you're doing. You're providing like you're helping with the house and the job and
true.
whatever
Yeah,
else is
yeah,
going on, but you're just not having sex. That's still
yeah.
like second option. That's a security blanket. So if you're gonna use me as your second option, I'm gonna use you for sex, and I guess we'll both be unhappy. Like that's well, except she's gonna be happy because she's gonna get both. But
Yeah, God damn it, Bob. That was a good one. I feel like I'll be the cuck and Anthony can be the bull.
There you go.
And I'll know I'm
yes,
wrong the rest of my life.
you're gonna see her. She's gonna be like
That's
Scott. I need you to leave because Anthony's coming over.
yeah,
And the whole time you're gonna be like, "Ah, I'm so happy. I'm
yeah,
not alone,"
yeah,
and like driving his car down,
exactly.
whistling.
It's the wrong choice
Just,
for sure. Oh my
uh,
God, you got me in a
what?
vulnerable spot, Bob.
What did you say yours would be, Bob?
I think I'd go with being the dude who fucked her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should. Don't be, don't be me.
Scott's like, don't listen to her or to him.
Oh, you. She's
I mean, I
getting
could see
railed.
it. It would be a tough life. It'd be a hard, lonely life, without a companion. But well, one, sex is just way too important.
Well, I'm just used
You
to
can
this
have,
already. I could handle the lonely life. I'm there.
and yet you're still picking the other one.
Yep, it's
The
a
other thing
dumb
is,
decision.
I don't think I could truly love someone who's getting railed by another dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you
that's
on that.
that's the deal breaker, I think, for me. I'm gonna switch sides because yeah, just knowing
You
that
don't like.
she's getting railed right after you. I
Yeah.
mean, you hang out
Yeah,
with
but
her.
you're not. You don't have to rail her, so it's not like you have to worry about double dipping or anything.
Well, yeah, but it's just the person you love.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. This reminds me of, like, sex robots almost. So it's like, all right, Anthony, you can go to bed, and then she just goes the other room with the sex robot and just gets railed.
Yeah. See you in the morning, honey. I love you. Then
You pull out your sex robot,
sex
and you're
robot.
just tired. You're just like, oh,
I
you're having a great time until you think about what's
love you.
happening.
She's like, yep, and just like shuts the door.
Puts on her headphones and
uh,
starts listening to like death metal.
most important question of the night here, Scott. What are you drinking?
Herbal tea. Um, it's just a thing I do, man. And I also got whiskey and Miller Lite on tap too.
What about Bob? Are you even drinking anything?
I gotta celebrate 420.
Jameson?
So I chose between a wine glass and a and a shot glass. I need to get a whiskey glass.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm watching my coworker's dog, and tonight's the first night I have her. You can hear that's that.
Oh, that's the baby?
It's not a baby, but hey, dude, chill. Dakota, chill, dude.
Bob, you're
Stop.
right. We should have started without him.
And
Yeah, definitely.
well, this is the first time she's barked. We've had her at her house for like 2 hours, and she didn't bark once.
Should have got high.
So it means you blame us?
Oh, I do have CBD treats I can give her. Yeah, and I am blaming you. Look at that mustache.
What do
Look
you
at
got going on?
look at
Still got that fucking like coffee ground beard going on?
that.
Always. That's what I do.
He loves stubble.
Yeah.
It's easier to maintain than a full beard. But the more facial hair I get, the longer it gets, the harder it is to maintain.
Right.
Dude, I'm gonna cut my hair as soon as we get back from Miami.
All right. I'm gonna
Here's
mute myself, tell the story.
here's the thing. I started to shave because I'm trying to like be able to grow a beard. So when I do shave my head, it's like I can maybe have something going on. And I was like, I'm gonna shave once every single day. I'm gonna shave, and it's been like a week and a half. I've only shaved twice. It's hard. It's hard to get going.
But dude, shaving when you don't have facial hair is the easiest fucking thing in the world.
It doesn't
It's
take long.
so easy. It doesn't take long at all.
Still
And
don't
you
do it.
were arguing that point with me on one of the opposite episodes. I was like, yeah, when I get facial hair, it's harder to maintain. It's like takes longer to shave, and you're just like, I don't understand that.
I still
I was
don't.
like, dude, it's
You have to shave your whole face versus just like cutting the lines and using your trimmer. I mean,
and trimming the beard so it's not just like all scraggly.
yeah, but that's
Right.
electric. You can just fly through that pretty quick, I think.
I'm gonna mute myself so you guys don't hear the gunshot. I'll be right back.
Who do you think he'll shoot? The dog or himself? Two bullets
The
with one
dog's good.
stone.
Yeah.
So he's-
He's gone. Fucking do this podcast the way we want it.
Oh, god damn it, I miss it. The Lawyerstein way.
Yeah.
No, that's a good time. Bob, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
So I did meet a girl up here, and I'm
Mhm.
having a silly good time, and I'm way less motivated to move to Omaha now.
That'll happen.
So we'll see. I mean, I have until like September before I really need to decide.
Yeah.
So July or August will be game time, but god damn it, it's getting pretty damn comfortable.
Yeah, man. See what happens with it.
Yeah, we'll just have to discuss this again in July because it's gonna be a fun summer. Just hanging out, having people to hang
I
out
want
with.
I want you up here, but I want you to also realize something, Scott. Whole life, I have lived the life of a Native American, but instead of chasing salmon, I chase women. I fucking pretty much all my major life decisions were based on women.
Oh,
I only moved to Germany because of a woman. Probably could have stayed in Germany, but I moved back for a woman. And then just recently, I moved to Omaha for a woman.
you're a sneaky little bastard, Bob. Like
Yeah,
the way you go about things, like how can I ever trust you? Because here you are, like starting this conversation thinking one thing, me thinking one thing, and then you're just like, oh, you do things for women. You should move to Omaha instead.
no, no, I'm saying like I totally get where you're coming from.
But oh yeah, but I thought you were saying like, oh man, all my decisions have been about women, and look at where it's got me. Now I have a kid,
No,
and I'm just like, maybe he's got a point. Maybe I should move to Omaha.
yeah, no, no, I'm telling you the exact opposite, dude. Fucking do it.
I'm gonna do it because I'm so close to Minneapolis. It's gonna be nice to live up here at least until who fucking knows. I'm just so fucking happy, man. And but then that's how I thought you were starting that conversation. Like, no, just do that. And then as soon as you started talking about doing things for women, I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm staying up here because I met a woman. So
No, I get it. I
it's
get it.
you're a fucking sneaky bastard, Bob. Get me all twisted up.
Sorry, man. I like to
You're
play mind games.
you're a convincing fuck. Every time I think I
I've been
get
a
out, you
really,
suck me right back in.
been a really good lawyer. I just would have applied myself.
You would have literally been the lawyer's team.
Yeah.
He can hear us.
I could hear the whole time.
My sister isn't super happy about being a lawyer. I have a niece that's also a lawyer. We'll find out whether she's happy about it or not.
One of the Koreans.
Yep, the oldest one. But my sister does like water law mostly and kind of boring shit, like
What?
wills, water law,
Why is it
because people are super concerned about water and they sue each other over water all the time, like farmers and creeks and shit.
Irrigating and shit.
Yeah,
like literally water law?
yeah, literally.
You were
Um,
making a joke right there.
you should have. I mean, you're the engineer here.
Oh, Jesus. I thought you were making a joke the whole time.
You know what? That's my comedy is that you guys think I'm making a joke and I don't, and then it's funny. Um, anyway, my other my other niece is she's like a criminal lawyer, so she deals with the murderers. So that might be more interesting.
Yeah, that's gotta be way more fun.
It's nice to have both of them in the family though, in case you need to sue somebody about water or murder people, either one.
You know, or get murdered.
Yeah, what if you drown someone?
Oh, it's got to be criminal. No one cares about the water in that case. That's
Or what
funny.
about like dehydrate someone? Like, is that a lack of water? So your sister's not involved?
My sister's just like, they got blood in my water and now it's irrigating my crops. And it's like, okay, but what about the murder?
That's not important right now.
Or what if you went to the ocean, went to the beach, and you got in the ocean? Some dude's out there like taking pictures of his family. He's got a really nice camera, so you walk up and you point a gun at him and you say, "Give me your fucking camera." I mean, like that's a crime made in water.
Mm. I wonder if ocean
But not a
water is
murder.
different.
That fall under water law. Can't you use both of those lawyers in that case?
See, I don't think the water's being affected. We need to come up with a scenario where, like, you murdered so many people
All
in
right,
this
so you walk
river.
up and you're pointing your gun at the ground and you're saying, "Fucking give me your camera, or I'm gonna fucking kill this ocean."
No, you just walk up to the ocean and you start shooting it with an AR. And you just sit there
Yeah,
all day and you just unload bullets into the water. And then at some point, someone down the beach is gonna yell at you because there's too much lead in the water.
I think you could kill somebody, dispose of the body in a local spring, let it decompose a little bit, and then you're poisoning a water supply, and you killed somebody.
Yeah,
But
I like
that's
that.
obviously not nearly as fun as shooting the fucking water with an AK.
What if you just threw a bunch of lye in the children's public pool?
What if you just killed kids?
I mean, isn't that where we're getting to? Like, are we
Kids
just
have
inching
water in
along
them.
to like, let's just fucking kids.
Yeah, kids are like 75% water.
And especially on watermelon day when they're eating watermelon all day. Oh, that's when they're
Yeah.
the most water.
I just gotta fucking snap that. Scott and Bob, I established that one of our next friend vacations needs to be a cruise.
Ooh. Those seem like they're relatively cheap. I mean, kind of like a Mexico trip.
Well, the reason I'm watching my coworker's dog is he's going on a cruise. He said he's going on Carnival, like that cruise line.
Oh Jesus, that crazy ass one.
Well, he said yeah, he said it's like one big party, but uh he said it was $1,200 and that's for one or two people. He's like you buy two tickets no matter what. So it's $1,200 and then like 850 for a drink package, which that is per person. So if you took two people, it would be 17. But and then like the only thing you would need money for on there then is to tip, be at the casino, or like when you get off and go buy stuff. But so for
Wow.
like $3,000, you could for two people, you could go. Like if Jordan and I wanted to go for $3,000, we could just go to a cruise and basically be all inclusive.
Damn. Yeah, that seems like about like Mexico. Because if you go 2 grand plus another grand to spend, and like seems like
Mm.
about a Mexico trip. But the cruise, you get to go to like all these different islands, depending on where you go. Do you know where they went?
Yeah, his is going to like the Turks, Caymans, something else. The Cayman Islands. I don't know
Benghazi?
where the Turk. Yeah. Uh
Kenya?
oh, and then some like private island. I didn't ask details. I'm not interested in knowing. But some like private island that
They shoot water
they go
there.
to. And then if you don't have a passport, you can just like chill on the ship. Like just do whatever on the ship still every time they port. But so you don't even have to actually have a passport to do the cruise,
Hmm.
just if you want to get off where they port. So
Dude, that'd be great. We were just like the Caribbean, just bouncing around, going to all these islands.
yeah,
Hit the east side of Mexico, like Belize and all that
yeah.
shit.
And yeah, that would be fucking cool. But Jordan's parents have been to Belize, but he said that like it's like Vegas. They don't give a fuck. Like you just buy alcohol and just walk around and do whatever.
I want to go Belize,
Sounds.
Colombia, Jamaica. That'd be sweet.
I'm less interested than a lot of people in going to South America.
Well, there's a few
I
things you got to go to Peru. You got to see Machu Picchu, and
That's what they say.
Colombia is beautiful if you don't die.
Also, what they say. But coin flip between there or Scotland. I'm gonna go to Scotland. So like I'm just a lot less interested in going to South America. But
The middle of the Amazon rainforest. You don't want to go there.
not at all. Jordan's parents said that Belize was fucking gorgeous though. They said it was the clearest water they've ever seen, which is cool.
You seen those pictures? I was talking to Ethan earlier. You seen those pictures where there's like an opening and then it's a big cavern, like lake underneath, like underground lake, and there's like seems like there's a big hole at the top and it's all
Yeah.
Those are called something, and
Hmm.
apparently when the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs, that's what Ethan was telling me. It like shook the ground so much it just like made these big caverns, and then that's what people go to Belize to see those giant holes all the time because it's just beautiful, like an
Yeah,
oasis underground.
that would be kind of cool to see. It's like a big dome, right? Like a almost like a pyramid with a hole
Yeah,
at the top, but the lake and it's like a beach and everything inside of that.
yeah, like vines coming down. Try to remember what
Yeah,
it's
that
called.
dude, it would be cool to see those, but it'd be really nice if we could get a word in. But Bob won't shut the fuck up.
Cenote,
I
something
have
like that.
so much to say about this.
Bob, so would you rather
I
go on a
like
cruise or just go to Mexico and just chill in a resort?
Dude, Mexico all day.
Hmm.
really. It's just me. I get called a Mexican so much, and I'm the only one that doesn't want to go there.
I mean, no, I just get grossed out by the whole idea of a cruise ship.
I mean, I believe they are pretty fucking disgusting. Yeah,
I mean, have you ever rode an airplane?
yeah.
Just thought about the sheer amounts of ass that has been there. Farting up that seat. Fucking, maybe someone was like doing meth all night and then sat in that seat. You got like trap house all over that seat. Fucking, you don't know what's been dragged through that seat. I
As
imagine
long as
that.
I'm wearing pants, I'm not too worried about it.
I mean, yeah, but it's still gross to think about.
It's
But
like a
I
hotel.
imagine, you know, I think that cruise ship is like a combination of an airplane seat and a hotel. Because you know they're not deep cleaning every fucking room.
I found an empty beer can in my last hotel, just like underneath the curtain.
I mean,
I
you
found
can,
condoms.
yeah.
Oh God.
See,
Well, at least they had fun.
It's like, huh?
I
Can you
just
imagine?
imagine,
Makes you think.
I just imagine those cruise ships are so fucking dirty. That
Okay,
food's
but
got to be
nobody's
all.
going there to be clean, dude. Like
Oh,
going to Vegas.
I
I
know.
love going to Vegas. I believe Vegas has to be one of the dirtiest places.
It's all about debauchery and sin, and I get it. I totally get it. But if I had the choice between that or just Mexico,
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I
now that
don't
I know
know.
about those giant holes in the ground, kind of thinking Mexico too. But I like the idea of going to like different places and getting off at all the different islands.
right?
Remember, uh, Brennan in Colorado?
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
and his lesbian love interest. He went on a cruise. It was a cruise where all these like EDM artists were on the cruise and playing shows, and Grizz was there, and I think he brought his lesbian friend, and
Hmm.
that was a long time ago. I think he went on it. Be pretty cool to go on like one of those kind of cruises where it's some kind of a show like Greta Van Fleet's playing or something.
They have live entertainment there. Like I don't know what my coworkers is doing, but yeah, I know last year some cruise company had like rock shows for their live shows. I like actual pretty famous bands playing there, but
Hey,
I don't know who they fucking
September
were.
3rd, Greta's playing in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
It's only like
Oh,
6 hours from Omaha, and also 6 hours from me.
September 3rd.
Yeah.
I'll have like just over a 1 month old. I doubt I can make that one happen.
Well, you guys should just come up here. You should road trip up here during the summer sometime. Go camping.
I don't think that my pregnant wife is gonna do that, dude.
You sure she's even pregnant?
You even have sex with her?
I've been to the majority of the doctor's appointments.
Well, I'm proud of you for
No,
not knowing
unless it's a for not knowing what.
the sex, but also
We
not
actually
knowing if
haven't
she's
had sex
pregnant.
in a while.
No, not knowing the gender of your child, the sex.
Um,
I know it's just eating you up. We have until July to find out.
Uh, it's a different world. Everybody, the amount of like old people that are like, well, in our day, we couldn't even find out. So we just had to have a name ready. Like, huh.
No, but now you get this. You get all this suspense. It's great.
Well, and here I am trying to embrace one of the wonders of modern medicine. And
Oh, jeez.
they're just like, actually, get back down there. You go back to the past, you fucking idiot.
Damn right.
Nah, I'm just kidding. We actually found out what it is.
Oh my God. And it was all your fault. I'm blaming you 100%. You were like crying about it to Jordan, and Jordan was like, for 3 weeks, she was just, no, no, no. And then finally, just couldn't handle
Oh,
it
it was more
anymore.
than 3 weeks. But no, that's actually not what happened at all.
No.
But I'm not gonna share the story on the podcast because I know you guys are gonna ask what we're having too, and I'm not. We've told people, but I don't want to tell the world.
Oh man. We're not good enough.
You
This is why
hear that, listeners?
Well, we're not even people to you.
Right now, I'm not even sure you guys are real. You're just fucking images on my screen.
These images are pissed, and I'm glad that we have boundaries. I'm just glad there's certain things we can't talk about. Here's to that.
These images are pissed. All right,
Images are proud of you and disappointed at the same time.
Bob, how's that Jameson coming along?
I almost shit my pants the other day.
Yeah, that's my boy.
We've been there.
Anthony has.
Yeah, when's the last time you shit your pants?
December.
Really?
Yep.
He's about 2 a year, I'd say. Anthony's about a 2 a year kind of guy.
Yeah, I shit my I do. It happens. It happens. About twice a year. So that's a good estimate, I think. So
I
I
know
think
you.
it's an average. So sometimes less, sometimes more, maybe. I don't know about the more.
You might have
I
shit
don't know that
yourself
I've
at the
ever.
end of the year 1 year and got 3 in 1 year, but
Yeah.
the next
yeah.
year was
Happy
a
New
dry
Year.
year.
So maybe the average is 1.5.
I'm
What's
probably
half?
like I'd say I'm every 2 years. One every 2 years, one every year and a half, I'd say. Probably one every 2 years. It's been a while.
I know
I don't
Mitch
even
shits
remember.
himself fairly regularly too.
Where is Mitch?
I don't know. I still have this screen just floating. I'm gonna show you what I got. Bob, when was the last time you did shit yourself?
It's been a while.
My man.
I always catch it. I don't let it breach. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime I've ever shit myself, it's like I could feel it like turtle head, and I'm like,
Yeah.
huh. Like you getting fucking like evasive maneuver.
I got the...
Fucking
Okay.
crab walk to the fucking bathroom.
God. So I've never shit myself a solid shit where I was turtling.
You've
Mine's
never like
always been mine's always been like oh man, I got to fart. Like this. Every time. Every single time.
Yeah. I got lucky enough that I knew that I was, I've been doing that for a while, having the liquid shits, and then when I need to fart, I like catch myself. I'm like, no, I probably shouldn't fart right now.
Not worth the risk.
But if it's the
You
first
can't
time,
know.
if you didn't know, if you were shitting solid beforehand, then that's forgiven.
I can't do it. Well, the worst ones I had were when I first started taking the supplements, the magnesium and fish oil and
You
vitamin
scared me
B,
off of those, so I stopped
C,
taking them.
D.
Fish oil, man.
Th-
Fish oil.
Dude, that got me. There was a couple good ones in there. Not, oh yeah, there was a couple good ones in there. I was gonna say not more than one because it really wasn't that long of a span of like the body adjusting to it. But I'm just dumb. It took me a while to realize, like, oh, these supplements are causing me to shit myself. I need to like control when I try and fart. Dude, I shit myself in the work van, and it stained like it got on the seat.
Through the pants. I don't think I've ever had a through the pants.
That was a while ago, but yeah, and I didn't even, dude. Had been pooping solid. There was no indication that this was gonna be a liquid shit. I'm driving with somebody in the passenger seat,
Oh
and
God.
I'm just like, huh? and and then I was like, you shit yourself. I feel the warmth,
And they
surrounding my
knew
butt cheeks.
exactly that you shit yourself.
No, Joe was like, God, did you shit yourself? And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I farted. And he's like, well, crack the window. So I cracked the window all the way. And I got there. He went right into the job site. And I went to the back. We had
Played it
Scott
off.
towels, like rags. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to grab something out of the back of the van. He goes in. And I had to go to behind the side of the van and pull my pants down, wipe up my underwear, it went through my jeans. So I had to get water on the jug and just start scrubbing the ass of my jeans. And then I was walking up to get my pouch and I went over to the front of the van. I was like, fuck. And it was all over the seat. So I had to get a rag and wipe it down.
And
It
then you're
was
like,
bad.
hey Joe, you drive home tonight.
Oh man, I was not happy with that. And then I told Joe about it a couple weeks later, and he was like, "Yeah, Sheldon and I were talking to ourselves. We're like, did he shit himself? That's all over his ass." I thought I had it cleaned up, and I'm just like,
Played it off though.
I just got a stain on my ass.
It's all wet.
Yeah, that happens, man.
There's nothing funnier than a shit your pants story.
It happens to the best of us. Hmm?
Oh,
I need to
I
shit
know what it
myself
was.
more.
My last time you just sparked my memory. I remember when it was now. Say October, maybe? Yeah. It would have been October.
It's a good year.
It was right around Halloween. Um, the night before my girlfriend just found out that she was pregnant. So we went to bed in stewing in that. And then the next morning we got up and it fucking hit me. We got pizza the night before, and I'm questioning it because I get cauliflower pizza usually. Sometimes when they say gluten free, I don't know what it's fucking made of, and it will give me the shits. Ate a good half a pizza of that, and then the next day after we find out that we're fucking gonna have a baby, she's showering, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, fiery farts. You start getting those
The
like
ass
"Ooh,
burners.
shit farts, yeah. Like damn. And it started gurgling in my belly, and I was like, uh-oh, this isn't good. Well, good thing Sierra's already in the shower. She'll be done soon, and I can go take a shit. I started gurgling more, and I was like, okay, all right, we just gotta get up and stretch out a little bit. Gotta stretch them legs. No, I can't sit still. Turns into me pacing, turns into me like leaning on the wall, like everything you can think of to not shit. Because mind you, we're in a hotel room at this point, and I have two choices: go in the hotel bathroom and shit while she's showering, or try to wait it out. And waiting it out was not working. And just at one point, there was just like a oh,
The
not in
moment.
the good fight, in the good fight, but there was just like a little like 1 second burst, just like a oh, and it
Yeah.
fell out.
Oh God, what?
Elbow on the
The water.
bathroom door, basically be like, bitch, get the fuck out of this bathroom right now.
Bob Bob had the universally understood moment that is the watershed moment. Oh, that's when when
Yeah.
I farted in the van, I was like, "Oh, there it is."
Well, it sounds like you almost made it.
It's so close.
You're just
It's
on
so
the
close.
way
And
in, and it's moving into the
and
bathroom was what did it.
that's so rough too because like you're like, "Oh, how long could she take? The bathroom's right there. I can hold it." But then by the time you realize you can't hold it, you could always risk venturing down to the lobby and using their bathroom. But by the time like you're desperate enough to try and do that, there's no way you're making it to that bathroom. So you were stuck between a rock and a hard place there, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have probably just went in there a little earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you
mean,
could just shit with you in the shower too.
yeah, I just
You could have just shit in the shower.
fucking all great ideas. Could not think straight.
Who could blame you? Nobody's thinking straight in that situation.
Scott, what about you? Do you remember any
the only
significant
two I
times?
can remember. I don't know the most recent one, but the classic. We're at the arcade, and we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out playing games at this gas station arcade, Thunder Road probably, and there's a good restaurant there, and we probably ate wings and beer, and we're playing some game, and I just kind of like pieced off out to the bathroom and just quietly left. Then I came back, and I don't remember if it was a fart, what happened, but I got shit on my underwear, and so I went and I know what happened. I mean, I farted, and it was a little wet. So then I like, yep. I just knew as soon as it happened. So I went to the bathroom and shit and cleaned myself. I just threw my underwear away, and I
That's why
didn't.
you silently left, didn't say anything. You
Yep,
just
yep.
fucking
It was definitely
walked away.
a fart, and I could feel it, and a fart you could feel, and then I come back, just I didn't get any of my pants. Normally it doesn't happen that way, and I come back and I just kind of slide up to the other guys, and I'm just like whispering in Anthony's ear. I'm just like, just like I went in that bathroom with underwear on.
It was the exact way. He was like, well, I went into that bathroom with underwear on.
And just
Or you
like
were
waited
that.
10 seconds for the wheels to turn, and then it's like,
It's like,
what the fuck?
Oh,
The only other time
that shit.
was we were playing flag football, and I don't remember where. If it was, I think it was in Binkman. This is honestly a long time ago. I think this was in Binkman. We were just playing football on the practice field, like just fucking around, and I just had to leave. I was just like, "Yep, I farted probably," and I'm like, "Oh, yep, I shit myself." And I just fucking drove home. I think this
Dude,
might have
I've
been in
got-
high school.
Oh, you drove too. You had to drive. That
Yeah.
sucks. You could have just like walk in somewhere and change and get cleaned up. You had to fucking sit in it.
I think I did drive home. Yeah, probably in the old pickup.
I've got two pretty good shit stories from the Hastings house. That place was good to me with shit stories. Got one of shitting myself. It was just like a Sunday morning. Mitch and I drank a lot in that house. Like a lot. And then I don't remember if Scott was living there yet or not, but I just remember Sunday. I think it was just Mitch and I there. We would always wake up and we would be like, all right, what are we gonna grill? We're gonna make some Bloody Marys and just like, I mean, we just lived in the house. It'd be like we wake up and fucking hang out, you know. And he was down in the living room. I wake up, I go downstairs. I was pretty hungover, and I'm just sitting on the couch, and he's like, drink a beer, and I was like, dude, I can't. Like, just fucking drink a beer. You'll feel better. So I start drinking a beer, and we're just sitting on the couch watching something on TV, just bullshitting and just hanging out. I just like, I just lift my leg up and fart, and realize I experienced the watershed moment, and but I didn't want to make it obvious because I think this was my first experience with shitting myself, and I didn't want to make it obvious. And so I sat there and talked to him for like 3 minutes. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I didn't even say anything. I was like, all right. And I just like stood up and just like walked out. I went into his bathroom. And then I was like, oh, fuck.
I like how
So
you're
then I'm
like,
looking-
I can't leave now. It'd be too obvious. So I got to talk to him for another 3 minutes.
And then I got up, went to the bathroom. Obviously I shit myself. So I cleaned it all up. I didn't get any on my pants. So I just took my underwear off, put them in the washer. And I like cleaned my ass up and everything. And then I just walked back out there and he's like, did you shit yourself? he
took too
knew.
long.
He knew. Yeah, quite away. And I was like, yeah. But Mitch got to deal with my shit stories in that house because we were at then the other one is we were having a party and we had quite a few people at our house. And you know me, I hate missing out on things. And you never know, you got to go to the bathroom. You never know what's happening out there. They could be having the best time of their life and you just missed it. So I'm like fairly drunk. I have to shit, which is a terrible time to have to shit. A party is the worst time to have to shit. But so Mitch's bathroom is downstairs. So I was like, all right,
You're
cool. We're like
rushing
playing
it.
ball or something. So I'm like, all right. So I run in there real quick and I sit down and I start shitting to realize the lid was closed.
What? I don't know if I've ever heard that one. Oh my god.
And I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck. So I stood up real quick. I flipped the lid up, finished shitting, wiped my ass, and I went back to start playing beer pong. And about 15 minutes later, I hear Anthony, what the fuck?
They knew it was you.
I did not clean off the lid.
Why the fuck not?
Because I forgot. I just fucking flipped it up, kept shitting, got done, wiped my ass. and
What
left.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
dude.
So like, how long did it take you? It wasn't like instantly when you sat down.
Well, it was, but I had to shit. So I had put it off so long that the shit was coming out as I
Okay,
was
as
sitting.
long as you're not sitting there, it's trying to shit.
No, it was like instant. As soon as I realized, I was like, "Fuck!" And then I flipped it up, and there was shit. There was shit on when Mitch was like, "Anthony, what the fuck?" I ran in there. I was like, "Oh, dude, I forgot." Like completely normal. Like, "Oh, my bad." And then there was shit on the lid and shit on the tank from when I flipped the lid up.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I knew I left something here. Fuck.
You've definitely got me beat on shit story.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure that that's something to necessarily be proud of, but
Pretty awesome.
that one, Mitch was like, Mitch doesn't even like find it funny. He's just like, yeah. I was like, dude, what the fuck? It was his bathroom. It was right next to his room. It's like I walked in and it just smelled like shit. Yeah,
You're just sitting there and
shit stories.
shit starts hitting your balls, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Sitting on
yeah.
the
I
seat.
sitting there just like I'm taking my time, shit, just like before it even is ready to come out. I'm just like, all right, gonna get comfy. Just start shitting. Whoa! What?
Oh, that's good.
I've almost shit myself on golf courses, but I feel like that's easy to do.
That sounds pretty.
There's like one bathroom per 9 holes. So like one on the front 9, one on the back 9, and then the clubhouse of like every golf course. And I mean, you come up to one, the front 9, you're like, oh, okay, I could piss. Maybe there's a shit rumbling, but I don't think I really need a shit yet. And then you get like 2 holes past that, and you're like, fuck, I got to go back to that bathroom right now. And so you have to take the cart and go, and then your group has to wait on you.
It also does seem like, I mean, I'm not trying to shit on you here, but um, like for the 2 hours you're golfing, like, God, that's got to be some bad luck to like need to shit during that. But
So I
sure,
have
it's
found
happened to me.
that when I drink beer, maybe it's any liquor or alcohol, but beer for sure, I have to poop. It like kickstarts
Hmm.
my gut. That's why that time we played
Let's test
fucked
this
up football
theory.
at my house for the Super Bowl. I lost because I couldn't. I had to go shit
Yeah,
so bad.
that was funny because I was sitting there dying, needing to piss, and I'm thinking that you can just kind of forget about your shit. I mean, obviously, in the moment, the watershed moment, it's tough or impossible, I'll say. But for the most part, I can kind of just forget about my shits, and 2 hours later, they'll come back. But so I thought Anthony had it easy while he needed to shit, and I needed to piss, and I'm stomping around doing anything to distract myself, and it's so painful that I wish I was Anthony. But I think we both broke about the
Dude,
same time, and we had
yeah, I
you
think it
went and
was like the
shit, and
same
I went
time.
and
But
piss.
I But the thing is, like, a normal shit, I can't. Like, it comes on, I'm like, ooh, I gotta go poop. But then if I just like not think about it, it goes away. But the beer drinking shit is like, bro, it's coming. Do with that information what you will. And then if I don't take my necessary precautions that my body has warned me about, I poop myself. That's that's
God damn it. Bob,
that's
were
what
you expecting this wealth of information when you brought this up?
I mean, I knew it wasn't going to come from you, but I thought it might be out there.
Yeah, Bob always steers the conversation to me, you fucking asshole.
Got the best stories, man.
I'm just Bob's
That's
puppet
because I'm
here. He manipulates me and he talks shit on you.
the well,
Mhm.
I talk shit on me. Nobody's ever talking more shit on me than me, all right? I'll be damned before that.
I just want to keep the challenge alive.
Fucking
I
Miami
fucking I
Dolphins.
walk around my house singing to my daughter. I'm like, "Hey, hey, Rawls is dad, the fattest guy in the whole wide world." And she says nothing. But I know.
So are you just like, I don't know. I'm trying to say, are you too self-critical or are you just like vain somehow? Where you're just like, God, I'm so fat. No matter how, no matter how you look, you're always gonna think something's wrong with you because you're that vain. I don't know.
That's the opposite of vain.
It's only the opposite of vain if you are fat. But if you're not fat and you're like, oh, I'm so
No,
fat, I'm so
thinking
ugly.
things are constantly wrong with you, I think is not vain. Thinking you're awesome, I think is vain.
Yeah.
Don't you think you're pretty awesome?
I'm torn because yeah, on one hand I think I'm the coolest motherfucker I know. And on the other hand, I'm like, hey, don't forget you're fucking worthless.
I feel that.
I'll make sure I never think I'm not worthless. Once I start thinking I'm not worthless, I fucking knock myself down a couple pegs.
There you go. It's the way to be. Happy
I
420.
fucking I made that fucking riff on my guitar, and I'm like, God damn, dude, that's pretty cool. And I'm like, but then I'm like, hey, you know, there's people who do this for a living. You fuck. I'm like, oh yeah,
Oh, you only made
I'll
one
sit down.
riff? Jeez.
And I'm like, I'll just sit back down.
Come up with a song, you piece of shit.
I have wrote like 3 songs in my life,
Oh, see?
but I can't remember the lyrics to.
The lyrics don't matter.
I remember a lot of the lyrics to one, but there's this one I wrote that I cannot fucking remember the lyrics to.
So, Bob,
It's called
what?
"Only Open Door." Don't forget that.
Oh,
It'll be
sorry.
famous enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna forget it. But, Bob, what do you bring into this band? I've been thinking about this, how we have this slowly building a band going where, I mean, Anthony's got the guitar, Anthony's got the voice, Tyler's got a screamer if we ever need a screamer, Tyler's got a guitar, Jeremy can play the drums, my sister can play the drums, um, I'll
I
get the
think you guys
bass.
have to
Oh,
fight
Bob's
for
got the
the
bass guitar. Damn it. Okay, so I'll
Yeah.
write the lyrics and be the bass. And I'll be the backup bass and the trombonist, and I'll write the lyrics.
be the rhythm bass.
Whatever's
That's
Not,
easier.
or
I was gonna say I can do rhythm with a fucking electric ukulele.
What if I don't have
Hey.
rhythm? What if I can't keep a beat? I'll never. I mean,
well, Bob, you can actually play guitar too, can't you? I thought you
well,
could.
damn it. Well, Bob, I was sitting here thinking that you needed to bring something to the table, and now I'm second base.
Hey, bring out this podcast.
What'd you say? I'm gonna turn you up.
Oh, sorry. I'll stop. You can just tell me to shut the fuck up.
No,
I
I
did.
deserve it.
I wanted to hear Bob to talk over you, but it's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not supposed to be doing that.
What's your next
So,
tattoo gonna be?
mine?
Really?
I think I'm gonna let you manipulate Scott on this one.
Well, hang on. While you think of your next tattoo, because this is a big question. I already know. I'm like fully planned out. And the funny thing is, I'm gonna see my parents this weekend, and Custer and Nala, more importantly. And I'm gonna see him tomorrow, dude. Um, and they're gonna see me with my long hair and no tattoos, and then in May I'm gonna get phylogenetic tree of life, which is like a bunch of lines show like how we evolved from one thing. So like a bunch of lines here, and then in on May 16th, and basically that day I'll probably shave my head. And so my parents are gonna see me now, and they won't see me for like 6 months, and then the next time they see me, or maybe they'll see me 4th of July. So 4th of July, I'm gonna have at least try to get 2 tattoos. Try to get a big old sea turtle on my chest and this thing, and I'll be shaved, like, and they're not gonna know any of it. It's gonna be great.
I'm so excited to see you with the shaved head.
I'm excited to be over it because I'm so happy right now. Why am I doing this? Because like all I want is a couple inches off, but I have to do it. So like it's gonna be a year and a half before I'm happy again. That's not
Yeah,
true.
but
I
Dude,
can be happy. I just won't be sexy.
not
Well,
gonna lie, I've been thinking about shaving my head for a while now. I think you're
well,
actually
Bob, you
what?
so, sorry. You have shaved your head.
Oh
How
yeah,
do you like the feeling of it shaved?
yeah. I didn't think I would.
It's a sell, man. It is. It feels when you're cruising and the wind's blowing on your head, dude. Oh, chills.
And one of the best parts is showers take like half the time.
hmm?
Yep. Yep. Scott's got to take like an hour in the
No,
shower when he
no. I
washes his
honestly
hair.
like hardly ever get my hair wet. Like I work with like dust and shit, so I kind of get the dust out of it sometimes, but not all the time. Like normally I just get the bottom wet because it always gets wet, but it's like once or twice a week I actually like soap it up and get it all wet. Maybe 3 times a week I'll just rinse the whole thing. Like I really don't. I just try not to get it wet most of the time. And then sometimes I'll be laying
I
here
do
and
miss.
I'll smell it, and sometimes it'll stink. Um,
Gross.
but that's only happened like once. Then I
I
started
do
washing it
miss
more.
having long hair.
Dude, um I blanked.
Well, the longest I ever had my hair, but it didn't look that long. I mean, it looked long, but it was curly. The longest I ever had, it was I could pull my curls down and like pull it down to like to where it would touch my neck, but then I would let go and it would just like right back up.
Dude, you had some
With my
long. You
fucking
were
curls.
the bow guy for a while.
Yeah, I was. It was. I had the
Oh,
Jufro going on, but it was like the massive Jufro.
when you get it wet though, it's nuts. Like Tyler, if he gets his hair wet, I bet it's freaking down like past his nipples. Like he's got some.
Dude, I don't really love Tyler's hair. I don't think it
No,
looks that great.
I agree.
What?
Not the best. I don't know. Now you got me thinking.
I think it's cool, and I'm extremely jealous, but I just don't think it looks that great.
I think I have to
I
agree.
kill.
Kill Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah, for his hair.
Yeah, you can get like 2 wigs out of that bitch.
Well,
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I'm excited. But I want it to be warmer. As soon as it gets warm enough, then I'm gonna cut my hair. It's fucking cold
yeah.
here right now.
So, dude, I am on the fence. I want to shave my head again, because I love how it feels. But like,
It'll
my hair
never
is
grow back.
fairly long, and this is the best it's looked in a while.
Dude,
Like,
fucking grow it
I've
out.
got past,
See if you can grow it
I
out.
got past, I got past the really awkward stage of like the mix between balding, but hair's still trying to come in. Now there's still like the bare spot here, but the rest of it doesn't look bad right now. It's thin, like it's definitely thinned out, but
Andrew Huberman
it
had
doesn't
an
look bad.
episode about hair growth, and I listened to it. It was pretty cool. Pretty
What do you
cool.
say? Just to
Well, cause
give up all hope, you're
yeah,
gonna be
cause I was
bald and
like
deal with it.
I was like I did it for me, like thinking it's like, oh, is my hair gonna grow back? Um, and then but I was thinking about you the whole time, and
So,
And there are like there are some products that help. And then also if you massage your head, it helps. But for the most
But
part, you need
nothing
like some.
grows hair back.
No, well, you need like chemicals because yeah, like there is the chemicals like rejuvenate if you have stem cells in your head that grow the hair, and um, as long as those stem cells they can be like dormant and not growing hair, but as long as they're there, they can you can reactivate them. But at some point they just die and go away, and then you're fucked. But so for the most part, you could if you use the product, you could reactivate a lot of dormant cells.
Tell me what this product is.
What's like Rogaine and all this other shit? Like you hear, I don't know. Just listen to the Andrew Huberman. It's like an hour long.
Yeah, but if I stop, okay. If I stop using it, does it just I just go bald again?
No, I would think once they, because they go through cycles of like dormancy, and there's like if you're like me, then they just keep going. But but if they, you can interrupt the cycle of like some of them go dormant sometimes, for people like you, and
What?
and then
What do
you
you
can
mean, my people?
and then you could just like interrupt that dormancy and reactivate them with the chemicals.
That can't be cheap. Well, mine are probably dead, but dude, I'm almost 30. Mine are dead.
You'd be good.
You'd be dead. Hey, I like what you did there. Scott, you want to commit to a shot?
Yeah, I already poured one. So,
Yeah.
do you know your
All
new
you have
tat?
to
Do
do
you
is
know
get
your
out.
next tattoo? I'd say turtle, because this
I,
one's already. I'm already committed, so turtle's the next tattoo. Well, fuck, who knows?
what's
Maybe,
yours?
maybe mountains and galaxies. Who knows?
What's yours, Bob?
Hmm? Oh, I don't know. I've been thinking about it because I really want one. I
I
don't
want
know.
one.
I like really dumb tattoos. I don't know if you've ever seen. I have on me already.
You're an inspiration. You changed my life with that.
Is it dumber than that?
What is that?
A
Is
day
it
to remember.
is it dumber than Greta Van Fleet lyrics written on your arm or wherever on your body?
It's pretty dumb.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking like I need some filler because I got a bunch of tattoos all over here, but there's like blank space. I was thinking about a filler, and I want to do those like really cliche like thorn bush like branches with the spikes.
Not barbed wire, but thorn bush. I like it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, don't do
That
barbed
or
wire.
random weapon tattoo. I want like meat cleavers and fucking like kunai knives and like shit like
Yeah.
Hmm. What's a
Do
punine? Is that like the forward-facing blade, or I don't know what a punine?
kunai
Kunai.
kunai with the K.
So is that like a forward-facing blade that's like curved, or what?
It's like a throwing knife.
Oh, a dirk. I don't know what a dirk is either.
I think a
Um,
dirk is just a dagger, like a
I want to say
tiny
it's like
dagger.
like a spear dagger, maybe. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
definitely got
that's
to be
what
tiny.
It's got to be tiny. Uh,
stupid shit like that. I keep having ideas for tattoos, but I can't do it because it overlaps shit that I've done in other tattoos. Like I really wanted a dumpster fire tattoo at one point, but I already have a moth that's on fire, so
I like the flaming moth. Um, but I feel like Anthony and other people are gonna be smarter than you and me, Bob, because I'm probably just getting a bunch of random tattoos, and like I will connect some of them, but a lot of them will probably just be random. I don't know. What am I saying? They're gonna be all connected, but they're not gonna be like a big sleeve where you're doing a thing where it's like a big art piece. That's fucking cool, and I'm gonna miss
that's
out
what I
on that
want.
probably. Well, this arm I might do like just a bunch of like plants and shit, flowers and trees, and I don't know. Maybe a moon. I gotta do the moon somewhere.
To the moon from Majora's Mask.
I was just thinking about that.
No, fuck that. Realistic moon.
Hey, he's pretty realistic, bro.
I've never played that game, and I'm obsessed with the moon, so I don't know. That's not flying.
Never stopped you from being a poser before.
So Bob, I gotta make you hate yourself for a little bit.
Ooh.
So Anthony, I had this dream about the Miami trip, and it went horribly wrong. And
Oh no.
it just made me think. Cause also I've been I've been sucked into these Reddits that are ruining my life. One of them's all about Tesla and like all the problems they have, and there's like two different subreddits that are just shitting on Tesla and how bad they are. And the other one is shitty tattoos, where like half of the tattoos I'm like, oh, that's a decent tattoo, and they're just like ripping it to shreds, and I'm like, oh fuck, like what is real? But my thought is, should I call Hertz? I don't know, man. I trust the Tesla, and I don't think charging is gonna be a big deal when during at least the one trip we have to take. But I could probably call Hertz and be like, yo, can we get like a Mustang or like a GT 500 Shelby instead of the Tesla? Because we could get like a Challenger, like some dope gas car, and not have any of the
So
problems.
two things. One, it would be cheaper. You told me that to switch cars. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm gonna take that shot with you. It would be cheaper to get one of the other cars. You
Do you
said
even
you
know
could
what
get
your
like the Mustang cheaper
Do you even know what your new tattoo
than
is gonna
Tesla.
be?
I no, I have ideas, but I don't know how to incorporate them. But and then um what was it? There was the fucking other point, but I don't
Yeah, I like
remember.
to do that to you. So the Tesla is gonna be cheaper. Also, we don't have to charge it. Also, it might not break down on us.
Oh, that was my thing. Like you're trusting because you're you, but you have no reason to trust that this Tesla will work for you.
I've got a lot of good reviews on people renting out Teslas. I'm probably just gonna keep it, but it might be just the same price to get like a nice fucking sexy ass muscle car too. I thought about
The
like
only ups
a convertible would be cool, but then it's like it's if it rains and we're gonna have to figure out how to put the top on, that'd be a pain.
if it's a if it's a Tesla, the upside to that is we don't spend money on gas. I don't know how we spend money on charging though. I don't know how that goes.
I think it
But
just charges my Hertz account. I don't know.
well, you have
I
to.
don't
I
think
know
it work. I
if
don't
you
think it
get a gas
matters.
car, if you get a gas car, you have to pay. You have to every time you fill it up, you have to actually pay for that, and you
You
have to return it with a full tank of gas.
you got to return it over like 80% or something like that charged.
Yeah.
And some Teslas you're not supposed to charge up to 100%, and some of them you are. So we'll have to ask him which
Weird.
one's which.
Why the fuck would you not charge it to him?
It degrades the battery on some of them. And these rental people are
That's
just.
dumb.
I'm not worried about range because if we don't, drive like maniacs, and also it's not a 3 second 0 to 60 model. It's the long range model, so it's like 5 to 6 seconds 0 to 60. So it's
Ah,
garbage. Yeah.
what's the fun in that?
But if you just drive it like a normal person and kind of like save the charge, we'll have like 300 miles to the charge, so we're gonna be fine on our 90-mile trip. We got
Oh.
plenty of charge, except for then there's gonna be times where it's like, oh well, we need to go charge it. Let's go to the bar and charge it or something. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal as long as it doesn't break down. And if it breaks down,
That
we just
is
call
kind of
Hertz.
shitty though. That the like the shitty thing to me is going to be wasting our time charging it when we could do something else.
Well, it's
Because like that incorporates itself into the whole I don't want to do shit down there other than what we want to do.
well, it's more like, well, we go over to this side. We go to this side of the island and fucking charge it, and we go hang out and do some bars there for 40 minutes while it charges. Like, it's not gonna be that big a deal because we could just go drink while it's charging.
I mean, yeah, but we
But
got to be able to drive it. That's so we can't like
true.
drink too much.
Well, that would just be on me. I just have to. Yeah. So that's a thing. I'm willing to call Hertz tomorrow, and I'm just gonna ask him
It
some
just seems
questions.
like yeah, it just seems like if one of it, like, since the charging station isn't really that close to our place, um, and if we want to drink, it just seems like you shouldn't have to go to vacation and then be like, well, I'm not gonna fucking really drink too much because I have to drive the Tesla back to the place.
Well, you know me. I
Like,
drink a lot and still drive. And the thing
I'm
is,
not trying to do that.
with the Tesla,
That's
it'll help me drive. So
I'm not that interested in anything that you just said.
yeah, I've I've been too lucky for too long. Anyway,
I'm not going down to fucking
sorry,
vacation to
Bob.
Miami to get in a car with drunk Scott.
Hey, dudes. I'm gonna probably hop off.
Wow,
Oh,
I
we
ruined it.
lost him. Yeah, we
Yeah,
lost him.
He's high and he didn't want to talk about this, and I just ruined it.
yeah.
Well,
No, it's fucking gotta put the kid to bed and all that shit.
well, you
All
definitely
right.
do that.
Okay. Well,
Hop
Yup,
back on
yup,
whenever.
easy. Alright, sounds good. Later, dudes.
Later.
bye. And that was.
Another episode of. No, that's a
Dude, I don't.
workaholics. Well, now I feel like
I
a piece of
really
shit,
don't.
but we'll just drink through it.
I really don't like that I can't fucking
Fart smella.
get Mitch's deal. I sent you a Snapchat of what I'm looking at with my screen.
I just like that
And
when I switch to two person mode, it knows it's you and me. Like, you know, we're the originals. Like, it's not trying to switch you out for Bob or something. That's why I've got all my settings saved. So on OBS, I can just send them to you, or it's on the Gmail. Honestly, you should try to like figure out how to put the settings onto your OBS because I'm trying to miss one of these.
Nah. Dude, look at your Snapchat. I don't, and obviously your video, it's not on there, so it's not a big deal.
Are you
But
ever
it's just,
trying to
and
get a Miami Dolphins tattoo?
yes. But it's a minor inconvenience, but it's annoying.
Is that Mitch or Blaine?
It's Boydle. It's Mitch. That's his Twitch name is Boydle.
Oh, and I'm all
And it
backwards
won't go
to you,
away.
but who knows? Maybe this camera view is backwards.
I have the option to kick him, but
Well, kick him.
I've tried. I have been. I've done it like 6 times, and it doesn't kick him. But anyway, yeah, I want to get a Dolphins tattoo on my calf, but I don't know if I want the new logo or the old logo.
I forgot the old logo. God,
It's a dolphin with the helmet on it.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know if I want that logo or this one.
Because yeah, when you're 60, you're gonna have a lot more memories with this logo, but you'll always know the
Yeah.
good old days before AI.
Yeah, and I could do one on each, like calf.
Screw.
But that's
You don't have a memorance tattoo, do you? Like a
I don't know what
Leroy
that means.
memorance?
No, but I'm going to get one. Caden got one that's good. I didn't even think about getting this one, but every time I'd like go see my dad or whatever, or he'd leave or I was leaving or anything, he'd be like, "All right, well, I love you, guy." And it wasn't just me. He said it to Caden too. Obviously, he said it to everybody, but he'd be like, "All right, I love you, guy." And so Caden got "I love you, guy" in quotes on his chest. I want to. This would take some time and effort, but it'd be worth it. But I would like to go through and see if there's anything that my dad signed or letters he wrote or anything, and try and get an artist to pull letters from those, like try and
Yeah.
put it together to say "I love you, guy" and then his signature. I think that would be
Try to get the I love you guy in his handwriting also.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
Fuck.
and then his signature. I think that would be fucking awesome.
Well, there's a lot of people do that a lot. I love that where they get people, you know, you see people's like handprints or they signatures or something, like people's written words on. That's cool.
That I don't know what else I would do for like that aspect besides that. Like that's because that was his catchphrase. Like, oh well, it wasn't his catchphrase, but he would just always say that to everybody when they were leaving. But
And nothing to do with bacon bits. Like, I mean, I might take a pull out a Bob's book and just get like a little bacon bits thing. It's just like a little shaker of bacon bits, just to do it, and no one would know it's a reference, but I would.
it's a good one. That's a fucking good one, man.
That's a hell of a
Um,
fucking name. I love like your nickname
dude,
is Bacon Bits. Like, oh my god,
you have that
you
was
just
me and Ryan
badass,
that
badass
came up with that.
grandpa. Oh, I didn't know you came up with it. I just thought that was like a long time war reference or something.
It was Ryan and me together. Bacon bits, what's her face, croutons, and tomato paste. Those ones
What?
didn't stick as well.
Oh, that was
Those
all the
ones
same
didn't stick.
person?
No, one was bacon bit. One was my dad. One was my mom. One was my biological mom, and one was my biological mom's husband at the time. So bacon
What's your
bits,
face?
what's her face? That's because one time Ryan was we were talking like about my mom, like or something or like a story, and Ryan was like, "Yeah," and what's her face, and he was talking about my mom. So then we just stuck with that with what's her face, and I don't know how croutons and
I
tomato
figured.
paste.
Wait, yeah, I figured croutons was your grandma, your mom,
No,
whatever you want to call her.
no. Um, but dude, I'm telling you, like, if we can find somewhere to do it, I'm committed to getting
Oh,
Spike.
here's the thing. I am too.
Oh,
I am. Yeah, dude, I'm down. I'm thinking what we do is because we'll get there on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday. So Wednesday or Thursday, we should walk around. Obviously, that's all we're gonna be doing. Like, we'll find the tattoo shops, and maybe before we go in, we should like talk to the guy. We should find the place, talk to the people, and be like, "Hey, tomorrow night we're gonna be all drunk, and we should get this tattoo." And like, we should maybe I don't. Does this make sense to you? Like, we talk to him beforehand and be like, "Hey, later tonight or tomorrow, we're gonna come in here and want these tattoos. Like, can you do that? Regardless of how drunk we are. Like, this is what we want." And kind of scope the place out and just like let them know we want the tattoo, or we could just do it then. I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe that doesn't make sense.
well, we got to make sure that we find somebody that's comfortable doing an ass tat.
Well, is your ass that nasty? Like,
No, I just don't think that as a public place, that maybe they want everybody just coming up with their asses.
I forgot that I'm getting an ass tat. Like, my ass is disgusting. Like, not in a dirty way, but in a like in a vain way where like it's like flat. Like, it's not very enjoyable to
You
look
keep
at.
saying vain. I don't think you understand the meaning of vain.
No, I don't. But I gotta bring now that we're talking about it. Um, that
I
Rick
like where this is
Doblin
going.
dude. The only thing I liked about him we didn't talk about was he's like when you separate the self-critical part of your self when you're self-critical versus the self-hate and like separating that and like I feel like that's been a big part of my life is like just trying to be perfect and like obviously you're never gonna be perfect, but like you're just always like never where you want to be, like golf, and
Yeah.
just like separating that and be like, okay, yeah, you need to improve, dude, but like not just hating yourself for it. Like
Yeah,
that
not
was
being
the
like you're
biggest part
worthless
about
because
that.
you're not.
Yeah,
Um, uh, but that's a segue for no apparent reason. Speaking of hate, why do you hate your dentist?
dude, thank you. I've been wanting to, I need to fucking talk about this, and I'm not sure if I should hate them or not. It's a big company, it's a big like conglomerate, and oh my god. So I scheduled this shit in like we'll say August, like October, November, like October. And they're like, okay, we'll do some things. I got a cavity done, in, I don't know, December or January. and then there was another cavity in April, and I fucked up and missed that appointment. But no, that's because they call you all the time, like, hey, you gonna be there? Hey, you gonna be there? But it comes across as like healthcare, and the people who I give blood to, they call you all the fucking time, and they also comes across as healthcare. So like I'm always denying these
uh,
calls from this goddamn blood place. So like when the dentist calls me, I just denied it for a while, and then I was the asshole. Um,
yeah.
but anyway, after I was the asshole and I missed my April appointment, they're like, our next appointment's like in June. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, fuck, Christ. Um, but basically, I was scheduled like 5, 6 months out for this dentist stuff, and so I went in. I had a cleaning, which is weird. I had my cleaning, and then later I'm doing the cavities. Like, I don't know why it's, but so I went in there. I took off Monday and Tuesday because that's just what I do. Even though my appointment's on Monday, I just would hate to get scheduled for something on Tuesday. So
Oh god, yeah. Who
I
would
went
want
in on
that?
Monday at 11:30, and they were like, I show up and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, something's wrong with our systems. Like they didn't like it puts you on a hold. It doesn't like." And for 3 days before this, they're texting me. They're like, "Hey, press C to confirm your appointment." So I press C and confirm my appointment, and I got all these text messages for 3 days, and then I show up and they're like, "Hey, sorry, we gave your spot to someone else. Like our system fucked up." And it's like if I was a normal person and only took that one day off, like I'd have been fucked. But then they're like, "Oh, can you come back tomorrow?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, for sure." um, because I took that day off too. But so then I'm pissed because I'm like, okay, my June appointment, which was scheduled in October, um, I'm like, hey, what about that? Like, can we move that up? Because when they scheduled me for June, I was pissed. I was like, hey, can you, call me, if you can ever move that up? And they're like, yeah, we'll call you if we can ever move it up. And they never did. And so when I'm in there in the office, they're like, so first off, should I be pissed about they fucked up my Monday appointment? Like,
Yes.
and then I was able to go in on Tuesday and get my teeth cleaned. And then I'm like, well, can you do anything about the June appointment? Can I move that up any? And they're like, oh yeah, how about May 1st? I'm just like, why didn't you call me and tell me that this was possible? Like, I didn't say this, but I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm just pissed. That it's like, why didn't you move this up if it was so easy for you now?
Okay. So yes, to answer both questions, you should be pissed off about both. One, like
Oh, I'm
because
so
of the
pissed.
schedule. What's the? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you were like moving your mouth, and I couldn't
No,
fucking.
I was whispering. I was like, I'm so pissed.
Oh, but I didn't know if I lost you, but no, they. What's the point of scheduling if there's the schedule doesn't matter? Like, what's the point of that? And then you just happen to be lucky enough that you took Tuesday off,
Yeah.
and then what is But on another hand, like, yes, I'd be pissed and annoyed that they didn't call you to move up your June appointment, but like, you had to know they don't give a fuck. They're like, oh yeah, we'll call you. Boop. It's like,
Yeah. Well,
forgot about it instantly. They don't care.
yeah, but they call me all the time to confirm my appointments, and like they confirmed this April appointment that I missed. They kept calling me about it, and they left me voicemails that I just like I didn't listen to any of them. And then it was
How funny.
the day of I finally paid attention. I was like, no, I can't make it. I'm fucking working. Like,
How funny would it? I mean, we'll never know. But if they were just like, "Oh, this guy wants to fuck around with us and not talk to us about his April appointment," we're just gonna, if he comes in, if he happens to come in, we're just gonna tell him that we filled his appointment with somebody else. He'll just have to come back tomorrow.
I could see it, but that was sucked because like then I'm just pissed off. Like, I'm just like, fuck this giant company. Like, I've already paid, and also I'm already paid up. Like, well, I didn't know I had dental insurance, and I found out I did have dental insurance, so my bill went like way down. But
Nice.
yeah, so that was good. But I'm also all paid up. Like, I've paid for all this shit that I'm supposed to have done, and then I go in for my cleaning, and they're like, so it's gonna be $50 extra, and I'm just like, I'm already paid up. Like, what the fuck? And so now I'm just like pissed off, and like now they're asking for more
Yeah.
money, and then it's like I feel like I'm making a scene. I'm like, why? I thought I was paid up, and they're like, oh well, and then they had to like figure it out, and like, oh, I don't know, and then they figured it out. It's like your insurance didn't cover this part, and it's like, okay, whatever. But
God. Dude, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna exit out real quick.
I got some
I'm gonna get
extra.
this screen to go away.
I got some extra strength fluoride toothpaste.
They're pushing their fucking agenda.
But yeah, fuck this guys. But I did it, and now
I'll be
now
back.
I have a sore throat.
I'll be back. Hold on. Holy fuck. Hold on. Hold on.
I'll just cut this shit out.
Dude, it's just permanently gonna say that Mitch is in here.
I wonder why, because like when I look at the Discord, it doesn't, it just shows us. It just shows us two at this point.
The weird thing is when I'm like on the side where it says general,
Yeah.
it only shows you and me in it, but it shows Mitch's screen. Like I don't get it. But
It's like
anyway,
resume.
the so I ran out of Squatch toothpaste.
Yeah.
And I needed some, like sooner. So I was like, I went to Walmart. I was like, what do they got that's fluoride free? I got one kind, and like I didn't even get halfway through the day, and I started feeling, when your teeth feel dirty.
Yeah.
Like I started getting that, and I was like, fuck this. This toothpaste obviously doesn't work that great. And then so I go back. I'm like, well, let me try this other one. And Jordan's like, well, get the 2-pack because it's cheaper and everything. I'm like, all right, got it. And it was the same thing. I was like, dude, this shit, dude, Squatch toothpaste. Like I actually feel like I have clean teeth all
It
day,
works.
and
Nice.
and it's way like it is actually 100% natural. I was reading the ingredients of the fluoride free ones at Walmart, and they're still like, the fragrance and
Mm-hmm.
like flavor and all that. And I was just like, man, like Squatch has this market
Well, I
pinpointed
gotta
if you
try
want
it.
fluoride free toothpaste.
Cause I got some fucking bad teeth apparently. Like, this lady, she was just doing my teeth, and like, yeah, you have all these like, your teeth are just like trying to have more cavities basically. And I don't really even drink pop that much or do any of the things, but I've been drinking pop lately. But uh, god damn it. But she's just like, yeah, you should get this prescription strength. I'll write you up for it. It'd be like $20. It's like, but I'm just like, fuck, fine, whatever. And they kept trying to schedule me for more appointments. And he's like, oh, you want to schedule some other things? And it's like, yeah, I'll call you guys. Because I'm just like, I'm gonna find a. I wanted to ask him like, hey, will you send all these scans to my next dentist? Because
Well, you can. I mean, you go
I
to
would
another
hope.
dentist and tell them where you've been, and they can like get all those
I
records.
would hope so. I mean, it's like healthcare. Like that'd piss me off.
Well,
if
you
they-
do have to sign off on it. Like you do have to. There, so
When I go in next
the
time, I should
hospital.
tell him.
Well, so it's not even that. You could go to another dentist, and then if it's like healthcare, they'll have like a request for records and stuff form, and then you sign that, and they send it over to your old hospital or your old dentist, and then there's evidence that you signed it, and they'll send it to that hospital or that dentist. But I don't know. I don't know how dentists work.
I don't know, but
Um,
spoiler warning. Wayward Pines.
when was the last time that you had Jaeger?
I didn't like it. That's all I know.
Nobody likes it.
No, I'm still working on
It
this.
smells like a urinal cake. Oh, you're still on that Four Roses, huh?
Yeah. I like it. The thing on the top, it's made out of wood. It looks really nice.
Yeah, the cork.
Or the top of the cork. I don't know what you want to call it.
I mean, the lid, the handle, the
The cork. You
cork.
could call it the cork.
Uh,
Oh wait, I've committed to 2 things. This is. Do you remember what you're gonna say? Because this is random as fuck.
not at all.
Good. I've committed to 2 things. I'm getting rid of all the gnats in my house, and that means I got to get rid of all the houseplants in my house. I was laying in bed. I was hungover as fuck after the fucked up football, and so I laid in bed basically all day. And
Oh yeah.
I've never dealt with gnats in my bed before, but since I was laying there all day, like I had a few that were fucking with me in my bed, and I was like smacking them against the wall, and like in my bed, it would just made it
Fuck that.
not cool.
Yep.
Like they don't
Fuck
eat
that.
much. They're not really hurting me like in my everyday life.
But your bed is a different story, man. That's
Yeah. So anyway, which is easy to put my compost bin outside. I can put it in my garage or on I'll put it on my balcony, and I can still compost. But it's too cold to put all my plants out there. So like, as soon as it gets warm enough for any of my plants to survive out there, I'm putting all my plants on my balcony, and it's like half of them are gonna die. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm putting, which sucks because I've got like a lot of plants I like, and whether they live or die, we'll find out. But I'm gonna get all the soil out of my apartment, and I'm committing to that. But it's gonna be a month. I'm gonna live with them probably for another month. But what
that's
else
not
am I
bad. I
committing
mean,
to?
if you have light at the end of the tunnel, that's
I forgot my other commitment.
well, you think of it. I'll tell you. So we had a CSR job open up on the inside for sales. I applied for it, so we're gonna see how that goes.
Is that health? Is that phone boys?
Yeah, yeah. Phone boys and computer boys.
Nice. Chat GPT boys.
So dude, that if I get that, that's gonna be like a whole new world for me. I hope I get it. I really do. I really want it, but man, that will be a whole new world for me. I'll literally, no joke, like on the base form, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new work clothes. I've never ever had a job where I was like needed to wear casual business attire.
You gotta like present yourself and talk to people and be a smooth talking salesman.
Well, it's not even. I mean, yes, but in some ways, like in a lot of ways, it's very different than what I do now. But in some ways, it's not. Like I'm still gonna be talking to people. Just they call us looking for something. I'm not calling them asking if they want to buy something.
Nice.
And so it's like people come to the counter, but
Yeah,
I
so
don't.
it's like similar because you're still presenting yourself and people are coming to you.
Yeah, the only difference is I'm not like real time in it, like at the counter. Like, oh, do you need this? Let me write you an order. I'll run back and grab that for you real quick. It's, oh, you want a quote? They request a quote for such and such, and then I put out the quote and ask them if they want it. If they want it, I kick an order, or they call and say, hey, we want this, and I put it in an order, and kick it out. And dude, look at this. When I move my hand up to the camera, looks like I can just like eat my head.
Oh my god.
Stupid. Look at how big your hand looks. It's fucking ridiculous. Like off screen. If you're just off screen.
Yeah, it's not
Oh,
big enough.
wait.
There you go. Jesus. Now it looks like a monster.
Fucking- but yeah, man, I could. And then I'm gonna have to like get a gym membership or something.
Yep. We should do yoga. Or, I mean, you should do yoga. Because my thing is I just don't stretch ever. And my back's starting to hurt. Like,
Yep.
all that cast iron tubs I've been ripping out. I've ripped out one in like 2 months. And, dude, so I was busting up this cast iron tub. And this is the first time this happened. Because I'm just smashing the tub against the wall. And, with the sledgehammer. And I found out that some of these older houses, like the nails will just, on the other side of the wall, the drywall, the nails will just like come out through the drywall. And like the nails in the old drywall, because, they're nailed.
Yeah.
So just busting that wall up, like, I sent these like probably 15 different nails or more, like 20 different nails, like out through the other side of the wall, fucking up their paint. And so I had to like push them in and spackle over it and everything. And I'm like trying to make it look textured. I'm like pushing shit in, like trying to make it look textured because I don't have any spray texture. These people were awesome though. They didn't give a shit.
Dude, you know what would be kind of cool? Completely pointless, completely stupid, but kind of cool. Is to take a cast iron tub, build like a mount for it or something. Like if we could get the way to move it around, take it out, you'd have to find a way to get the paint off of it. I don't know
Nah,
how you would do
dude.
that.
I
But
don't.
listen to
I
me.
don't
Just listen
agree.
to
I
me.
don't agree. They're
Just
heavy.
listen to me. But just listen to me. You have to find a way to get the paint off of it safely, so it is complete and to where it's 100% gone. Like the paint is 100% gone. And then if that was possible, then you set it on two pillars on either side, like under it, so there's like room on underneath of it, and
How
you
much
make a
room?
fire like enough to
Oh, a
make a fire
fire.
pit,
Okay.
and then you use it as a cast iron cooking surface.
And it's just like a bowl where you're just like
Yeah,
whatever the fuck you cook in a giant bowl. Like
it would be
weenies,
like
little
giant pots of
weenies.
soup
I'm think
or
true.
weenies.
Yeah, like big stew. I could
Like if
see
you're gonna have a
ramen.
community fucking like a community. Like, okay, so say it's like a Nebraska football game in November and it's cold, but you want to tailgate. You have a giant fucking thing of like vegetable soup for tailgating made in this tub.
Or like
Just
ramen or any type of soup.
or just broth even.
Little
I
weenies.
mean,
Little weenies, but it's bratwursts. Like
yeah, dude. See, and then everybody just comes in with tongs and just picks them out and fucking. You could if they're out. The bottom of the tub is flat, isn't it?
mm, for a little bit of it. I mean, yeah, probably for this much of it.
Well, then that's where you put the drain. And then you cut off the sides and just make it a flat top to where it like kind of goes down to the middle. And then all the grease drains to the middle and you can use it as a grill, but you have to cut the sides off around it so you can like stand at it and flip. You're not like reaching inside of it.
Yeah. Well, you got to keep it whole, or you're. I feel like you should just do something else. But I don't know.
Dude, that would be cool. That'd be like if somebody was just getting rid of a cast iron tub, that would be a good cheaper option than buying a Blackstone.
Maybe.
It would
I
be. All
don't
you'd have to do
know.
is strip the paint, lift it up, and cut it down to like cut the sides down, and then you literally have yourself a fucking.
I just hate these things so much. Like, I want them all to be gone. So, I think the best use of a cast iron is to break it into little pieces and to put it in the dump. But I get trying to save things. Like, I get recycling. And the only thing I can think of to recycle that people have done is like use them as a garden bed, like a like a raised garden.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And that looks shitty. I guess if you covered it with wood, like put pallets in front of it or something, that's fine. But
I guess my other thing is like, I probably sound stupid. Cast iron tubs probably aren't actually cast iron. Because I'm trying to think about beating my fucking cast iron skillet, and it's not gonna shatter. It's
yeah,
iron. It's just gonna fucking bend.
no, I bet it would shatter. Cause I bet these are made out of cast iron, and I don't know. It seems like because it takes you have to beat it like 3 or 4 times for it to break. And this is with a big sledgehammer. Like, I bet if you beat your cast iron skillet like 3 or 4 times, it's gonna kind of like it's gonna just shatter into like 3 pieces.
Hmm.
I bet. I don't know.
We'll never know. I don't plan on doing that.
Yeah, it's too much work. You hit the nails out the other end.
Oh fuck, man. So why are you going to Scotts Bluff?
I am so pissed off that like I'm committed to something and I'm never gonna know.
You're gonna know when you're doing it.
I'm committed to getting rid of gnats and something else, and I'm fucking pissed off. No, I'm working in Rapid City next week because they're just slow, like supply chain issues, whatever. China, um,
China.
China. Yeah, there's just nothing. They asked me. She's like the scheduling lady. She's like, well, first off, I was laying on the couch after a nap, and she has the audacity to ask me, "Did I wake you up from a nap?" I'm like, "No, you bitch. I'm just laying down after a nap."
Oh my god, dude.
But she's like,
She got you.
she's like, "Do you want to go to Rapid City next week?" And I'm like, well, or is like the other option is like we don't have anything for you to do, so it's like, oh fuck, like, do I do nothing
God.
for a week and work on my van and just hang out and go kayaking and all the things? It would be fun. Or do I work and pay off this goddamn Miami trip? Um, it's not the Miami trip, it's the paramotor. Everyone knows it's the paramotor.
Well,
But
it's
the only reason I have to live.
My trip.
I live my life in things I'm trying to buy. So like I live to buy the van, and once I buy the van, then I go on the trip, and then once I buy the paramotor,
That's
I
a-
fly the paramotor.
That's actually good because you'll never run out of things to buy.
Yeah, because then land should be like my next thing, but or like a flip house should be the next thing, but it's paramotor right now. I don't give a fuck about anything else.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, I'm here to work. I'm up here in North Dakota to work. Cause why the fuck else would I be up here? So yeah.
Oh, girl.
Well, now, but yeah. Basically, I'm doing 3 bathrooms in Rapid City, like Monday through
Get your
Saturday.
fucking golf clubs.
I know, dude. I mean, I knew this, but I kept reminding myself because like if I don't get these golf clubs, I need reminded. Like you should remind me. Well, the fucking thing is, I'm gonna be in Scotts Bluff for just like tomorrow through Sunday. So, and I'm not gonna go back. So if I forget them by Sunday, I'm fucked. But I'll remember.
When do you leave Sunday?
Well, it depends on if we're podcasting on Sunday or Monday. Because if we're podcasting
Well,
on
don't
Sunday,
delay.
then
But
I'm
then
gonna
you gotta
have.
leave
It's a
early.
3-hour drive, so I'm gonna have to get.
Oh, that's actually not that bad.
No, it's not bad at all. But I'm still gonna have to. I'd like to spend as much time as possible there. and I don't want to podcast super late on Sunday, so we're not like, I got to
Can
work
you
on Monday.
podcast at your parents?
I could podcast on it if we do it early, yeah. Because I don't want to be,
Dude, you should get your dad on the podcast.
dude. Let's podcast early on Sunday then. Like, let's do an
Can you
early
get on?
podcast. Yeah,
You think
dude.
he'll do it?
Yeah. Well, I wanted him on here at some point. I was like, didn't know when. Let's fucking fuck yeah, he would.
Is
Fuck
he gonna
yeah.
care about how we talk?
No. Well, we haven't
Like,
talked bad
fuck
yet.
this, fuck that.
He doesn't like the word goddamn, and my mom doesn't like fuck, but she won't be around. And I don't say goddamn that much, but it's just the funniest thing is like my favorite 3 words are goddamn fuck, and I'm not gonna give that up for them. I'm sorry.
No, this podcast is ours.
But
Huh.
during that podcast, I'll probably say goddamn a little less, or I won't actually because I have no filter. But when I do say it, I
We'll be
might have to.
self-conscious about it.
I'll be self-conscious about it.
I'm gonna talk to your dad about baseball. Like I've been wanting to
Dude,
talk to your dad about baseball.
my
Like, does he
dad's
still
gonna be
watch it? Does he
great.
still follow it?
Oh yeah, he's got nothing else.
He's got Nala and Custer.
No, like he would be a great guest. He's gonna be a great like return guest. He's got so much to talk about.
Okay, so you have to leave on Sunday. You have to, no matter what.
I have to work on Monday, so like I'd like to be a little bit rested.
Because I would like your dad to have a beer with us and stuff. Just like be able to drink with your dad.
Well, he would have a beer, but he honestly has been drinking NA beers a lot too. Like mostly. Like he doesn't drink that much. So, but he
It
would
would be
have a
cool
beer or
to
two
get
with us.
him.
I don't think he's
Yeah,
gonna get
that
drunk
would.
with us, but
Why?
you got to ease him into it. Like we got to have like one beer, and then one more beer. You got any shots? Like I mean, we got to super ease him into it because he's not gonna want to get drunk. Well, we can force him.
Well, then maybe we should pot on Saturday. Can you do that?
Either way, I'm just chilling. So
Well, I'm thinking more. He'll be more likely to cut loose on a Saturday, wouldn't he?
he's got nothing to do on Monday.
Yeah, but still, he's a human. He's conditioned to
It's
Monday is
it's
first day of
more
the week.
about like the time of day. So if we're trying to do it on Sunday afternoon versus Saturday night, he'll probably rather cut loose on a Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay, so let's plan for a pot on Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
Dude, tell your dad we're doing it.
All right. No, that'd be great. I think that'll be good. I gotta get all fucking prepped.
But you got to get a mic situated for him and maybe a computer. Like, does he want to fucking be like? Do you guys want to share one camera and everything? You know?
Yeah, we probably will. I don't know because I don't have 2 cameras. I'm sure he has his own laptop that probably has a camera.
That's what I'm saying. If
So
you could get him
can
on
just use
Discord
his.
on his, but we do need to do a a check, because I don't know what their internet's like.
Well, right, and the voice too, and like the mic and all that. We'll do some
Well, if
preps.
the internet can't support 2 live, recordings of. But anyway, I
No,
had
it's cool.
something I wanted to talk to
It's
you
cool.
about.
I'm gonna like
Let me-
probably just cut some of this out, maybe.
Okay, cool. Because we started that dude. I'm excited. I haven't talked to Pat in a while.
Oh, spoiler warning: Wayward Pines. Every time I click buttons,
We
like
should talk.
shit happens.
We should talk.
I already have to cut shit out, so
We should.
we could
Okay.
tell me when you want to resume again.
All
'Cause
right.
I just want to
When
chill
I
for a
when
second.
Okay, cool. Let's. You know what? Let's do. Oh man, you keep doing them without me. I was like,
I'm just
I forget
sipping.
you
I'm
have.
just I'm just
I
sipping.
forget you only have the shot glass to like sip out
I'm
of. You
just
didn't get a
sipping.
whiskey.
Well, hang on. We can just resume. Like if you don't got nothing else to say.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna lead right into
Yeah, let's go.
book talks. All right. So, I am not quite halfway through Brave New World yet.
Fuck
The
yeah. Spoiler warning:
early
Wayward Pines.
The early torturing babies, it didn't get to me that much like you thought it would. There was a moment like initially where they were like, because I wasn't expecting it, where he was like, and then he just like flipped on the shocking, and
The
the baby
shocking,
started like,
yeah,
and
that
how
was
he
the rough
described
part.
like their yells.
Yeah,
At first, I was like, holy fuck, but then I was like, wait a minute,
they're just babies.
one. I
They're
was like, one,
learning.
you got to remember it's a book. This isn't real, and like two, they're barely even human because it's so far in the future. They're like all derived from the same DNA. Like it's not. I don't know. It's like they're
They're so
barely.
human. Like they're human in the
They
they're not
are. They
human in the
are
sense that
human.
I think about people being human. Like I don't think people are human until they're like I like how I've always said of like people aren't people until they're 23 and then I turn like 25 and like people aren't people till they're like 25 and like now I'm like people aren't people till they're like 27. It's always like a couple years behind me. But
Yeah. I, they're people, but like I don't know. They're like robots in a sense. They're
I,
robots with some free will.
no, I what are you saying? I think that
They're programmed. They're
but
programmed.
yeah, but they're just more but they're still babies at this point. They're just starting to be programmed. Like they just want to
That's just like
go
a new.
towards the books and the flowers and then they get shocked. It's like they're just as human as us. They just haven't been like, then they start getting shocked.
God, they're not though.
I
Because
think
like
they are.
part of the human existence isn't just like being a Homo sapien. It's not. I mean, and they all literally are from the same DNA. Not every single one, but like
Mhm.
huge chunks of every one of them is from the same DNA. They're not raised by like a mother. They're in a lab like their whole life. It's like they're not really that human.
I just feel like the hardware is all the same. Like they can still feel and they can still they can still feel pain, they can still have conscious experience.
Yeah,
So they're just as
yeah.
human in that regard, just because they're raised
They're
differently.
conscious. They're conscious, but that doesn't make them human.
But I think they are, because like imagine you're raised in a
Well,
prison or something. Like you're just
the
raised in
most
a different
human out of all of
situation.
them. The most human out of all of them is Bernard. So far, from what I've seen, from what I've read, he's he's the most human out of all of them because he does like feel shame and
Yeah, but
like
dude,
seclusion and
I mean, I think all of them feel shame. Like even the what's her name, Leniner, because I was saying how the
that's how I read it.
is that how is that how it's spelled?
It's Lenin or
It's Lenin,
Len
Lenina.
Lenin, yeah.
Oh, well, I thought it
Something.
was Lenina, because the guy on the
Maybe that's what
audiobook
it is.
pronounces Leniner, and Linda.
I,
There's Lenina and Linda are two of the female characters, and he pronounces both of them like Leniner and Linder because he's
I don't think
Scottish.
I've seen Linda.
No,
I've
probably
met
not.
Fanny.
Yeah, Fanny and Leniner. And,
Yeah. And then
but
Bernard and
I think they just yeah, it's weird because it's like I think they don't feel shame because that's just how they live. That's how you're supposed to live. So yeah, I guess they don't feel shame.
well, and they which humans I guess do this too, but they like Bernard would rather be uncomfortable and live like life,
Yeah.
and they're all programmed to take that soma
Mm-hmm.
or suma,
And he
soma,
doesn't
whatever
want
it is.
to. Soma, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, well, that's why we take soma, and you won't be unhappy and everything. And he's like, well, I want to be me, so
Yeah. No, it's a fucking good book. Glad you got past the
every,
child torture. Uh,
Well, yeah, I just have to convince myself they're not human, and it's all fine.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, I'll watch dogs get tortured, but humans,
Because
Jesus.
it's crazy. Like it's so fucking. It's in the 1930s he wrote this book, but I
Yeah,
mean, it has so much to do with like, I mean, when we teach our kids, like we're just conditioning our kids to behave a certain way, and like the morals we teach our kids during your funny house Mickey Mouse show, like that AI house guy scares me. But
dude, same. I told Jordan that because she was letting Rawls watch that, and I was like, "Isn't this a little fucked up?"
it's not fucked
It's
up, but
just-
I don't like his name is funny. I wish his name was something other than funny, then I would be okay with it. I don't know why
I
the
don't
name
like the idea
funny.
that they all like he eats them up and they just like walk inside of him, and they're just
That's
like
fine. It's
in
not
him.
sexual.
It's just weird. Like, why is
But
the house away? It's weird. What happens when they go to the bathroom in that house?
he's watching.
Is he just like, "Hey, Mickey, what's going on?"
They programmed out his sexual desires to watch them
I
pee. So
think
he just watches
I
them
think his
pee and he's just looking out for the shit in their urine that's not supposed to be there.
I I think his sole existence is his sexual desire to have people inside of him.
Well, that's his prerogative. Uh
Damn
Either way, it's just
it.
like that's you're programming your kids to like have a sense of morals. It's just like the kids are getting programmed during their sleep to have their sense of morals. It's like,
But no, but the difference is like that is the mother and father raising one individual or two or however big their household is that way, not for the good of the social system.
yeah.
Thousands and billions, or what is it? Thousands and thousands of millions. Is that what it is?
Oh, I don't know, but you also are doing this on on a kind of a strict sets of rules where you're like, oh, how what's acceptable? What's the best for my child? And you're looking up from ChatGPT or whatever to like, how am I supposed to react when my kid starts crying, or what am I supposed to, how much screen time is acceptable? Like you're also following these rules that are like everyone else is following also. So it's
I mean, no, you're not, dude. I'm sure that, yeah, I'm sure people do that. I can tell you, hands down, I have never looked up any advice for parenting my daughter.
oh, you should.
Any, not one. I've never have. I'm sure I've talked to people like older people and been like, yeah, she's getting to this stage, and then they'll tell me advice, and I kind of listen. Jordan, I'm sure, has looked up like, hey, what's the best way to parent or something, specific examples, but I never have. I'm just
Mm,
like, what feels right?
yeah.
Like I think I'm a pretty decent human being. And so you have that I already have that, well, because of my parents, I guess. I have that moral compass already. And so I parent her based off of how I feel. Like she needs punishment. But do I
Yeah.
feel like I'm going too far? Then I stop. Like I ease up, you don't be too hard. Oh, I'm having fun with her. But is she pushing her limits? Then you like you just feel that on what's comfortable and what's acceptable in your household.
Mhm.
Not how is she gonna how is she gonna go do her role in the social ladder? Like
Well, that's
that's
also the fucked up thing is like I think I see these people that I was longboarding. Dude, I can't find my longboard. And also I couldn't find my wallet all day today and I was freaking the fuck out for 2 hours. I found it, but
how do you lose a longboard, bro?
I have no idea where it is. I've I was looking for it kind of when I was looking for my wallet, and like my main longboard, thank God I got that $6 longboard cuz I got my car fixed. That we know how it shuts off on me when I drive. I got
Yeah.
I finally took it in and got that fixed, I think. And but to go get my car, I needed a longboard to it, and because it's cold out, I don't want to walk. And anyway, I can't find it, and um, yeah, I forgot what the fuck we were talking about. Oh, children and the people who like have to do shitty jobs or they're on drugs and stuff. Cause I'm longboarding over here, and I just see these people. They're just picking up trash. It's like I can see they're kind of working for this like big like lumber yard essentially, and he's just like this older dude who shouldn't be like bending down so much and picking up trash, and they're just like picking up trash on the side of the road, and I can kind of see they're working for this like big. And there's another guy coming out, and this is me judging people because that's how I do, and but you
You're
see
human.
these people and they look like they're on drugs. They look like they're just druggies, and they're picking up trash, and they're just like older people picking up trash. It's like, what? If you're not on drugs, why are you doing this? Like, I mean, so who knows? Maybe they're just like good employees, but I just judge people, and I thought they were on drugs. So it just makes me think like those are. It's like these people who can't get themselves out of drug abuse, or they can't like figure themselves out, and it's like what's right. You shouldn't have to like conform to society to be a good person, but they're also like doing a job that probably pays them like $10 an hour, or $12 an hour, or $15 an hour, whatever it is. It sucks, and but they're
but
doing it.
but but they're okay. So say they're drug addicts. Might not be the case, but say they are. They have made a series of choices that got them to that point. They haven't been programmed from when they were literally born
Yeah,
to being an epsilon. A
semi
what is
moron.
it? A semi moron. Yeah, like they weren't conditioned to always believe that. You know
But maybe they should have been. And now they would have been happier.
that. No, I mean, you should. Here's my thing. You should always kind of have that sense of regret if you had opportunities to be better and chose to be worse. If
Yeah.
you're unhappy because you see people, not even rich people, just people like people say somebody on picking up trash on the side of the road like that is jealous of somebody like me that isn't rich by any means but has a wife and a daughter and another
Pussy
kid on the
office
way
dog.
and two dogs and yeah, like if you're jealous of me, like you kind of should be because not because what I have, which I think what I have is great, but not because like what I have was unattainable, but because you made the decisions to get where you're at.
Yeah.
You can now that regret doesn't necessarily need to make you stay there. You can choose to like do your damnedest to work yourself out of that hole.
But
You
it's
don't
all on
have to
you.
stay there. Yeah, it's on you though, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And in Brave New World, none of it is on them.
Yeah.
Not any of it.
They're just like,
It's
so what about this? So when I drive past these homeless people, and they're like a young girl, and she's not even like I just guarantee they're not homeless, because what are you doing in North Dakota being homeless? Like, and they're just sitting on the interstate, and of course I'm just gonna judge these people, but my my first my first thought is like I'm just not gonna look at them, you know, like that's just what
yeah,
we're programmed to do, and
yeah.
like I'm basically treating them like they don't exist or they're not human. Like I'm like shaming them by me not looking at them, to be like, oh, you're doing wrong. Like you should be doing something else. Like why are you here?
Yeah.
Like so I'm treating them not human. I'm not even just, you know, looking at them,
So
but that would make them come over, and it's just like I'm like almost
so
trying to teach them by not treating them like humans. Like I'm being like, dude,
my
what? It's fucking pisses me off. Makes me feel bad.
I have a different view on that, but that's because I have a different situation than you. I man, like if I was single and by myself and still was making the same amount of money and struggling, somebody needed like $2 or somebody needed some money and I had $2, I would give them like $2 cash. But now, what I think about is, I have Rollins and Jordan too. But Jordan's smart. Like Jordan's adult, she's smart. Like if we didn't have money, she could figure it out. Rollins, I owe her everything in the world that I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like I owe her every single thing that I have. She owes me nothing. But all that I see now is I see somebody sitting there, like asking, needing help and needing money, whether they're faking or not. You see somebody there that needs money side by side between them or Rollins. I pick Rollins every day.
Yeah.
And so that's who gets my money, And so it's
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable. Like I don't look at him also because it makes me uncomfortable because I know in a different world I would give them money.
Well,
Or
see,
I
I
would or I would like say, "Hey, I can pay for you to get an ID if you got what you need. Let's go fucking figure something out." But in this world, Rollins is all. And I don't feel bad for that, but I don't want them to come to my car and ask for money because I'm going to have to tell them no.
yeah. Well,
Like,
I'm in a different world where it's like I could definitely throw them $2 every once in a while, but fuck, it's just like I don't want to like feed into this like method of acting where you're just asking for money. You stand out here all day asking for money, and it's like, and you're just a young person that could be working a job. It's just like
yeah.
when you're an
Well,
old cripple person, I get it, but like you're just
I
like
lived with
I don't know. It just makes
my,
it's very conflicting.
dude, I've saw like the shittier side of it. I lived with my brother and some of his friends would literally like it was a guy and a girl and they would be like, "All right, we're going to go Panda, we'll be back." They would like go to the gas station and say they were on their way back home from somewhere because they had like out of state license plates. They'd be like,
Dude, I've
"Oh, hey,
had
we're on
that
our way
so
home,"
much.
and then they'll fucking like they would get money and then just come back to the apartment and be like, "Yeah, so we got all this," and I'm just like, "You guys are worthless."
Wow.
And so you got to think about that, but that's not the situation every time.
I
But it's like
know.
there's a difference between needing help and like refusing to help yourself. And sometimes it seems pretty obvious. There's a dude that um a few years ago at my old job, right next to where we work, like our shop, he was out there all the time. He was in like jeans and a t-shirt and a hat, not like brand new, but not like homeless worn out. He would always be sitting out there collecting money and stuff.
Yeah.
And then one day I was at it, it's right on the corner of a stoplight. And one day I was at the stoplight and he didn't come up to my car or anything, but I had my windows down. And then I just heard him like answer a cell phone and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think we're planning on grilling burgers tonight and everything." And I was like, "Dude, I yelled. I was like, "Dude, get a job." And I just like drove off. Like that pissed me off. Like that fucking made me so mad because he obviously makes enough money to go keep sitting out there and doing that.
Yeah.
But he has a cell phone and he's talking about grilling out. And it's like, dude, if you can afford those things, then you can get a fucking job. Or you
Yeah.
don't need a job. Like,
Man. It's fucking tough though, and it's just like my first reaction is just like pretend they don't exist, and it's like in the back of my head I'm just like, oh well, then if you want to exist, then join society, but also like our society's has problems, but I don't know, man.
our, our society has problems, but if you don't have anything to where you have to beg, you can get to the point where you have something, don't have to beg, you
Yeah,
know?
I think there's like the basic necessities are there. Like if you can take a shower and you can feed yourself, and there's places you can get food, and there's places you can take a
Yep.
shower. Like
Yep. Okay. I don't want to be done yet, but I gotta go piss real quick.
nice.
You need to get into pickleball.
Yeah, I've seen some people playing it. It's everyone's doing that.
Dude, you would enjoy it. I think
Yeah.
this weekend I'm gonna get myself a paddle. Dude, it's fun. It's hard, but it's fun.
Yeah, but
I
I don't
enjoy
have
it.
anyone to pickleball with.
Oh, dude, I bet you can look anywhere and there's like everybody pickleballs.
That's true. It's getting huge. I don't know. They still sell Delta 9 edibles in Nebraska?
Oh yeah. As far okay, you don't ever want to listen to me on the subject because I have not ever tried to buy Delta 9 edibles in Nebraska, but
Hmm. Weird.
yeah, you would think that'd be something I would do. Like, why would I buy a Delta 8 pen if I could have bought edibles? Like,
Well,
I hit
they're
the pen
different.
420 and
Like, I don't know, because it's weird how the Delta 8 pens and the THCO pens and the HHC pens, they all do hit different. But I don't know. And then the edibles are just edibles. So
I just got yeah, I got that Delta 8 pen last year on 420. That's the only time I've hit it. So like I have a full Delta 8 pen and I just never have hit it.
that's nice. Well, it's nice to have that. Like, I don't know, not be able to be able to like not just use it all up instantly. Cause
I think, dude, I think it's, dude, I'll just put it all on my daughter. Like that's it. That's
yeah,
literally it.
you treat it like
Like that.
drunk driving almost. It's like, I'm putting other people's lives at risk, so I shouldn't be inebriated.
It's not even, well, yes, because in the instance of me like trying to take care of her, fucked up, then I'm putting her life at risk. But it's also like in the specifically in the aspect of drunk driving, I guess. I'm like, oh, I could severely alter. Again, it's like Rollins and then Jordan above all else. I'm like, I could severely alter their life if I killed somebody and went to prison or I drove drunk and died. Like, I don't want Rollins to grow up either not knowing her dad because he's dead, or knowing her dad's in prison for the rest of his life. Like, I don't want that.
Well,
I
it just
care about her too much. I won't.
sounds like you're just not like comfortable with yourself enough. You're just so paranoid. Like, because if you're just doing a few edibles, or you do like one
Something
hit of
should
the
fucking
dab
make
pen.
you paranoid. Something should.
Well,
Like,
raising
in
kids,
my
yeah.
daughter's life, like, not even just life in general, but I mean, like, my daughter, and making sure that she is absolutely in the best environment possible. That should make me paranoid. Like, am I fucking this up for her in any way, even if she doesn't know it?
Yeah.
Like, that's
Well, dude, there was a little kid in this house today where little baby, grandma was taking care of her, and young grandma, not taking advantage of people, and she was this kid was like laughing, but in between the laughs, it was like ha ha ha, and then it was like and then it was like ah, and then it was like more of the not being able to breathe than laughing, and it was like this kid just can't breathe, and like I'm sitting in there caulking or doing my thing, and I'm just like freaking out a little bit on the inside, like this kid's about to die, and it was fine, whatever. Eventually, kid quieted down, and
I bet it did.
no, it's like couldn't laugh anymore, and then eventually I come back out and I talk. It was like I don't know. It naturally got brought up about the kid, and I was like, yeah, I thought kid was dying there for a little bit, and she's like, oh, he's so funny, like he does that for attention, like he literally. I was like, yeah, well, he also couldn't breathe, but she's like, yeah, he's so
Rollins,
funny. He just like he'll do anything for attention, so he'll just like act like he can't breathe for attention. It's like, oh, well then fuck kids, right?
dude, Rollins will do that. She doesn't do it as much anymore, but when she was first starting to eat like whole food and like have to chew things and everything, like she choked a couple times. Not like choked, but like a couple
Yeah.
times. And so she found out that like when she did that, we'd be like, Okay, like spit it out type stuff.
Yeah.
And so now, like that carried over. She'll be like eating. She'll like look at us and be like, and just like thinking we're gonna fucking like run over. And we're like, all right. The first couple times, like once we caught on, before we caught on, we were like, are you good? How much did you put in your mouth and everything?
Oh my god.
And then it would
Yeah.
be like nothing, And then we were like, okay. And she started just knowing that we would do that. So now it's like we're on that thin line. Like, is she fucking with us, or is she
Dude,
choking?
this is a fucking dark time in my life, cuz and again, I don't even know if they're fucking with me or not, cuz these little kids, my nephews up here, we were eating the chicken wings that were sitting out in the sun, and oh, I got to clock out of work. Hang on. I'm serious.
You stayed clogged in, you fucking idiot.
No, I forget to clock in for my drive time. So it was like 6:30, I'm driving home and I'm like, "Oh fuck, I didn't get paid for any of my drive time." And cuz I didn't clock in at the right time. It's like I fucking hate it. So every single time I clock in, I have to get it edited by someone else cuz I always fuck up, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I edit the time so I get the 4 hours I need for my drive time. There's 2 hours there, 2 hours back." So instead of having them like edit my time, I just clocked in at 6:30 and set an alarm for 10:30, and then like, oh, I'll just clock out at 10:30, and as long as I get my 4 hours, they don't give a fuck what time it is. And now I'm saving someone else work. They don't have to edit my shit. Anyway. So now I'm off work. Let's get drunk.
All right, yeah, we can drink. Yeah. Let's get drunk.
No, I was eating those chicken wings that were sitting out in the sun for hours and hours, and then
Yep.
my little nephew, the smallest one, he started choking, and I don't know how real it was, because these kids, um,
I know what you
it
mean. I really
seemed
do know what
it
you mean.
seemed fairly fake. He seemed like he was over exaggerating, and he seemed like he was really dying, so I didn't really believe him. And but honestly, I believed him, and in the moment, this is the first time this ever happened. Like I froze, like it was fucked. Like I mean, he's sitting there
It's
like
hard.
choking, and like I think everyone has to freeze. This is me justifying myself, but I'm just like everyone's got to freeze once to like the next time they'll jump in, because I'm a fucking Eagle Scout here, and I just was like, oh, and like
Yeah.
after 10 seconds of the kid choking and me not fucking doing a goddamn thing, the mom had to come over and ran around and basically gave him the Heimlich maneuver. And I don't think he was fucking actually choking, but in retrospect, but he basically needed the Heimlich maneuver and got it figured out, and it's like I didn't do a goddamn thing, and I feel so bad about that. They're gonna remember
Jordan's
that
always been better
to
with
the day
that.
they die.
Jordan's always been better with that than me, because I have this fear, and I know they say like letting fear stop you from like doing anything is really shitty, but I have this fear of like, oh, they could be choking. What if I make it worse and they're like, oh, whatever you did killed them, And so I have that thought. I'm like, I've heard you're not supposed to pat them on the back. Like that was always like the 50s answer. You just like boom, boom, boom on their back,
But I feel
And
like
I've heard
that
you're
works
not supposed to do
sometimes.
that. But Jordan would like stick her finger in their mouth and just like dig it. Like when Rollins would actually be like trying to hold food and choking, she just like stick her finger in their mouth. And I'm like, what if you push it down further? Like what the fuck? Like
Well,
I froze too.
I think that's the move. And honestly, what we should do, which I went to all these goddamn Boy Scout schools and never got raped once, unfortunately.
Bullshit. And he had to
And
say it so he's lying.
no, those are the days. Um,
And his dad was the scoutmaster.
yeah, he treated me right. Um, anyway, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should get some more CPR training and all that shit. Because it's like once you, like as an adult, you get trained for it. It just seems like maybe that would stick in your mind a little better. And it's like, okay, well, calm down. I know what to do. Just do the things.
Dude, maybe, but they also say like the older you get, the harder it is to retain stuff, which doesn't make sense. I don't know. That's a gotta. I don't
Old
know. It's
dog,
got
new
two sided
tricks.
coin.
Um,
But speaking of, I am trying to learn Spanish on Duolingo right now.
dude, that's what I'm committing towards. No, I'm joking. But I do like have Duolingo and I want to do that more, but I don't know how many minutes
I'm
do you do, like 5 minutes a day or some shit?
I do more than that.
Oh, you do
I
like
just
more than
started.
that a day?
I just started last week.
Oh, well then you're
Um,
bullshitting.
no, I do more than 5 minutes a day, but I started last week.
Hmm.
But um, I'm still in the like, yo tengo un boleto a Madrid. You know,
What's boleto mean?
ticket.
Do you have a ticket to Madrid?
I need a ticket to Madrid.
Oh, fuck. Um, yeah. Dude, I'm with you there. I want to do that Duolingo thing. I think the thing I was committing towards was like stretching at night and like
Oh yeah.
maybe
So you
doing
said something about stretching.
something about yoga. Like
So
I'd like to do yoga
that's a good.
and at the very least stretch because my back's starting to hurt. And like,
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, because we started talking about cast iron tubs. Um,
yeah.
the dude, my back hurts, but it's like tight. Like it's like fatigued. My lower back is like fatigued. I can tell like when I bend over, I gotta like stand up and it's like, ooh, it's taking a little more. It's because I know it's because I'm not stretching my lower back. And but like
Yoga.
what's a
Let's
lower back
let's do
stretch?
yoga. Like there's some sexy ladies on YouTube doing yoga right now, and we could just watch
I'm
them.
gonna put this on out there. I have Jeremy's uh DVD set
Gay.
of Insanity,
Ooh. See, now that's too hard.
but there's a fucking like plyo, not like easy day or like easy day workout. This is like stretching and yoga.
The one day a week they do that. It's like their recovery day
Yeah,
is like our
yeah,
workout.
recovery. That's what it's called. Yeah, recovery. It's like our fucking hard workout.
So I was listening to the Workaholics podcast and they talked about how there's this guy, I don't know what it's called, like DMX yoga. It's like a wrestling slash yoga type thing. He's like a wrestler that does yoga things. But anyway, the P90X guy, him, he
Randy
was
Orton
apparently on
or
there.
Tony Horton.
Tony Horton was on this guy's like channel and being like, "Oh man, this is great." Like this is like he was impressed. So, um I don't know. I
Did
just
you know Tony Horton had a stroke?
hmm, I can see it.
I think maybe it wasn't exactly a stroke, but he had some health issue. I thought it was a stroke. Maybe it's a heart attack or something. But
Wonder if Marty's ever had a stroke.
and I want to be surprised.
He's one of the guys we need to have on our podcast. Like he would be
He's gonna want to talk about fishing.
that'd be all right. Just let him talk about whatever he wants. He's a wealth of information. It's too much for us.
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. So you watched the last episode of South Park, right?
Yeah. Yeah, spring break one.
With
Mr. Garrison
Andrew
going,
Tate.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, See, now I thought it was Andrew Tate, and then like they never said it was Andrew Tate. They said it was somebody else.
No, but you knew it was Andrew Tate.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're just in the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wonder who they said the
I
Andrew
fuck.
Tate character was.
I love that show so much.
Yeah.
That's gonna go down in literally that show will go down in history. It will. It'll be like
Should.
a somewhat not a documentary, but like a staple of our time.
Yeah. The South Park times. Because there was the early years and then the later years, like they're just so good every time.
Every
I
time,
love him
man.
so much.
God damn it. They're just so from 1999 to 2023, dude.
2030.
They better fucking keep going, dude.
But yeah, because I don't know. By the time we get to 2030, shit's gonna be weird. So I hope
Well,
they're
and you
still
know
around.
that um like so they tried to cancel Justin Roiland, everything,
Mm-hmm.
Rick and Morty, and Rick and Morty was like became a cultural phenomenon like quick.
Yeah.
And there's 5 seasons of that, right?
Yeah. 5 or 6. Yeah.
There's 25, 26 seasons of South Park, and anything that the world has thrown at South Park has just been like whatever, like fuck you. Besides saying Muhammad.
But they still got away with it. They was funny. Like they showed him in a bear suit in a van, and people still got pissed about it. Like they like had Muhammad in a bear suit in a van animated, and people got pissed about it. Like that's awesome. And then in one of their
I
earlier
fuck
episodes, they just show him like as a person, like out.
yeah, they don't care. Dude, the best is just it's a classic, it's a trademark is Jesus versus Santa Claus. Like that's always that's a staple of what they can get away with.
Well, I've heard that. I mean, like it sucks that like South Park might not ever happen again. Like all this, like you can get away with anything because I've just heard people call South Park this thing where it's just like, yeah, it's just like this. It's South Park, you know. It's just like you can't. No one could ever like
Yeah, you
match
can't touch South Park.
because they're just fuck like anybody, like any
They're
famous
the
actor.
they, they're the bar. Like that's South Park.
Yeah, and like Rick and Morty is probably the closest we've came, but they're still pretty PC compared to South Park. It's just I don't know. It's just I wonder if we can ever get something like South Park again. It seems like they might have been the last.
Well, they were the first.
And the last of like just being able to just like defame whoever the fuck they want.
Dude, the worldwide privacy tour is the best thing. Dude, that is the best. Uh
Yeah.
the worldwide privacy tour, dude.
It's just like
Oh.
on the nose. Perfect. It's-
And I mean
they-
this season was fucking good. This
yeah.
season was really good.
I'm white, I'm a victim, and what else?
They dude, Cupid Yee was hilarious. Cartman, take your meds. No. Like,
I forgot about Cupid Yee. God damn it.
dude,
They
Cupid
did
Yee was fucking us.
Oh, they did their fucking. They did good this season, yeah.
This season was good, dude. It was. It was like it was a throwback to everything that we know and love South Park for.
Yeah, just not episodic, just fucking one-offs. Uh,
But I, I will say, Cock Magic was good though. Like that was
dude, I like their
Cock Magic.
episodic stuff, but yeah, Cox Magic was before Randy Marsh was just Integrity Farms, like Cock Magic and the Guitar Hero one. I know that's like a way older one,
Yeah.
but Cock Magic just kind of brought Randy Marsh back to that.
Isn't that fucking crazy that South Park was a thing when Guitar Hero, like through the rise and fall of Guitar Hero,
Well, yeah.
South Park is still was there for all of it.
Well, if you think they started in '98 or '99 or some shit, like that's before we were even humans. So, like, if we saw the rise and fall of Guitar Hero, like, they were already
Dude,
making episodes
they've seen
about
the
it.
rise and fall of Guitar Hero. They saw 9/11.
I don't remember
Dude, that's
many
one
jokes
thing.
about that.
That's one thing. I was gonna say that they're like
They really did. Besides 9/11, 9/11. Besides that song.
Yep. Yep.
But that was years,
Damn it.
years after.
Yeah, that was a long time
That
after,
had to be
dude.
like
But
2008 or 10. Yeah, they.
God damn it. Oh
Do you
man.
remember?
But you think do you think about all the stuff that they have seen though? Bush or Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Trump, and now Biden. They've spanned Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden. 5 presidencies.
Well, they're just the goddamn best because I don't
They
know.
went to the Oscars or whatever, the red carpet, dressed as in dresses on acid. Like that's
Dude,
that's good.
they were a big part of my shroom trip that made me lose my mind. Um, they're just too deep. Cause I don't know. There's like, cause like the one episode where the fuck, what do you call it? The Hollywood shows, the Wall Street, you're down like Broadway. The
Oh
Broadway
yeah.
show one where they're like suck a blowjob on football Sunday.
Dude,
The
I
blowjob one.
do you remember that in your trip?
No, yeah, dude, I remembered a lot of things on my trip. Like, uh, it's just like the South Park, like talking about how, because the blowjob on Football Sunday was the whole episode's about like Hollywood manipulating people to think a certain way. Like, I mean, because the blowjobs and everything is just like a joke, but then when Randy Marsh starts doing it, he's like, "Oh, you're being too obvious," like everyone's gonna notice. Like in the, it's really about Hollywood manipulating people with their movies, and certain people like South Park are being too obvious with it, and then people get pissed at them because you're like, you're ruining the fucking
Uh,
facade where we have been manipulating people for years, and then as soon as you make it too
dude.
obvious, then people catch on and it ruins it. And so it's like they just fucking put that out there, and it was pretty obvious, but
Dude, think about
don't think
or
about it when you're tripping
think about
shrooms.
there's a book that was written by Trump's lawyer's dad. called Space. Hold on, or I'm gonna look this up.
You look
Look
it
this,
up, and I'm
and
gonna
I'm
talk
gonna.
about a movie that I have a VHS of called. Oh fuck! It's the coolest goddamn movie in the world. The name of it.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something about a dog. Oh, Wag the Dog.
Oh no.
The name of the movie's called Wag the Dog, and I haven't seen it yet, but it's essentially about. You're on screen right now. It's essentially
I
about
know.
the FBI's manipulation of Hollywood.
Oh.
But no, dude, that fucking Football Sunday show that really fucked me up. I mean
Yep.
that
Obviously.
contributed to this insane trip I was on that Evan fucking instigated, that bastard. Dude, can you wait
Dude.
until we all watch Kentucky Fried Movie together someday?
Well, someday.
Because I want to watch that
But
so bad and see what's real and what's not.
so about this,
What are you talking about?
I'm sharing my screen.
Well,
This is a book.
Oh, it's a
That
book.
I'm gonna tell you. This is a book. It's called Space Relations.
Thank you.
This is about essentially. It was written in the 1970s by Donald Trump's lawyer's dad. Um, if I mean anybody that's looking at this can pause it and take a second to read the plot, but this is essentially the story of what Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
What?
And
Ghislaine is.
he wrote this. It's like a space fiction, whatever. But if you read the stuff that goes on, like this is describing Epstein's island.
Huh.
Like the very last sentence, Craig is depicted as undisturbed by Lady Morgan's sadism. When he is ordered to sexually assault the enslaved teenager, he enjoys the participation in the act.
Okay. Hot.
So this is this is that, dude. Like it
Have you seen this
supposedly takes
movie,
place.
or
It's not a movie; it's a book. And
have you read it?
look at this. While en route to Kassar, one of the pirates awakened Craig and the other prisoners to rape a 15-year-old virginal redhead female captive in front of them.
Jesus. And it's like you kind of.
Like this is one of the elite. The elite wrote a book about this. It's like, oh yeah, hey, this is a science fiction, and it's like this is.
Well, you think about like the fucked up shit that happens on these islands and shit, but you don't really like, you don't want to think about it too much, and then you hear it talked about, and it's like, yeah, well,
Well, that dude
makes
wrote a
sense.
book. That dude wrote a book, and he wrote it as like a science fiction, and so it's like seems not real, not plausible. But like that's very specific things to be writing to not be real.
Well, and it also, yeah, it just makes it more real because you hear about, oh, they're talking about like incriminating other elites with underage girls and
Yeah.
like proving it and shit, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, that sounds great, but then when you talk about like a captive 15-year-old girl that you were enjoying, like,
Yeah.
dude, this is the shit we need. We need to be fucking slapped in the face with reality sometimes, because you should read that book.
I don't know if I want to because I know it's like based off of the real shit that they knew about, and
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm blissfully ignorant right now.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Oh man, that's fucked.
Isn't that like not to bring it down or on everything, but don't you just wish you were dead sometimes?
No, because if we were dead, then that just gives people more. We can't die because that gives people more real estate to just like rape more children. Like, we need to
My
populate the
existence
world.
hasn't really.
No, but we need to populate the world more with shitty people than not shitty people. If we can depopulate the shitty people.
You just said more with shitty people.
No, depopulate the shitty people. Whatever that means.
Yeah, okay. So
Um,
more not shitty people,
Dude,
less shitty people.
I was listening. Dude, your fucking Discover Weekly on Spotify. I mean, this is the first time I've used it, and it's a fucking banger.
It's you. That's yours.
I know, it's a banger. Because
Yeah, dude.
there was one. God, what was it? It was great. And it was a song about basically like life's something to do. It was like it's like it's something to do, and I'm like, dude, I agree.
Dude, I told you the Discover Weekly is good because it's such a solid mix. And then, but sometimes it does suck. I will say that
There was a
sometimes it
few
does
that
suck.
sucked, but then there was one that was by Aesop Whack or whatever that guy's name is. You know that like famous rapper Aesop? Yeah.
ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, probably. He has a song about a cat named Kirby.
Gotcha.
Are we taking a shot? Wait, I want to do something. I'm gonna try it.
All right.
Look at that.
Local sex pot. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
The inspiration for my entire life.
Is that a blanket?
No, it's a picture. It's a t-shirt.
It was a t-shirt. Yeah, I see that now.
They sold that to make money for their movie.
Nice.
Oh, they're sellouts. Anyway, that's our god here
all right.
in this house. All right. Dude, so I feel bad about kicking Bob off talking about Miami. But what do you think could go wrong in Miami if you had to think about a thing?
We unexpectedly get into an altercation at a bar because we definitely don't belong in Miami. The like the trip to and fro, the fishing / shark diving could cause some issues if something were to go awry. The
Yeah.
Tesla.
In general. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up, but I just want to know all the bad things that could happen so we could like try to mitigate them.
I know that the Airbnb host has a cleaning crew, but like I read the reviews and like it's 79% great and like whatever 21%
Yes.
like definitely unsatisfied. Yeah, so
Hmm.
so I'd be like definitely don't wreck the place.
Yeah. I don't know.
I fuck you. I wish you would have been flying with this dude.
No, fuck you. Like, you want me to drive 9 hours on the way home from that shit? Fuck that. Like, afterwards, like, I could land in my hometown and drive 5 minutes home.
I'm
Or
not thinking about the post trip. I'm thinking about just the literally the flights
the
to and from.
2
That's all
hours,
I'm thinking
the
about.
2 hours where you could be a little more happy.
No, it's not 2 hours. Our our flight to Chicago is 2 hours, and then our flight from Chicago is almost 4.
Oh,
So
wow. Well, here's the thing. Because we're all going to bring all our shit anyway. Like, we could just make a cumulative podcast over the trip where we only spend like 20
I,
minutes. We don't try. You know, we're not going to waste any time. But if we're at the hotel or we're at the place, we have 20 minutes. We talk about shit. We should try to get Wi-Fi on the plane. We should try to
what
get
I'm
Tyler
why? 'Cause
Wi-Fi.
you're not there.
No,
You're
but
not
you
there,
try to get Wi-Fi on the plane, and you can just be on your
dude.
phone.
I'm gonna level with you, dude. I'm not gonna have the money to just pay for Wi-Fi on the
You have to
plane.
pay for
I'm not
Wi-Fi on
going
the
to.
plane? I've never done that. I
Y-
didn't. I
Yeah,
just
you have
thought
to pay for Wi-Fi.
I just kind of thought it was free. Like
No, you gotta pay for Wi-Fi, dude. Um,
I did that when I
but
was in a hotel and there's Wi-Fi and there's like extra Wi-Fi. And one time
yeah.
when we were podcasting, I just like paid for the extra Wi-Fi because I knew they were gonna build my company. So
uh, um, I don't want, but I would love that because I plan on taking my laptop and all my stuff too. So that way, if we decide, well, we're down there, let's fucking do it. Brady's gonna let me use his GoPro.
nice.
I don't know if Tyler has one or is
I'm
bringing his or
surprised I
not,
haven't
but
bought a GoPro already.
don't do it. You'll never use it.
No, I'll use it for so much things, dude. I'm gonna fly around and all the things. So,
Okay, eventually you'll use it, but it's gonna sit for a while.
dude, I got solar panels. They're sitting back there.
You look at the size of this thing. You see this dog
I
walking around my
do.
house?
It looked like a Hermes for a second until I saw its
But
tail.
she's so much bigger than Hermes, and she's so cool. She's a little ant. She barked. She's an auntie because Derek is like single. It's only him and this dog, and it has been for a long time. Um, and usually his mom, who lived in Grand Island, would watch her. Well, his mom moved like 3 weeks ago, and so he was gonna have to put her in a kennel, and I offered to watch her. And so she's just never been in my house before. And so she's antsy. Like she barked, she's uncomfortable,
Well, and
but
there's
she's
other
so
dogs.
well. We took her to the dog. We took Hermes and Nelly to the dog park, and they like met
Dude, wait. How
before.
gay would it be if I just had like
Gay as fuck.
mostly flowers and shit going down my arm? Like maybe I could do a tree. I could maybe do like a tree and then like flowers and like maybe an earth or maybe a moon right here.
Dude, if I'm gonna level with
Like
you.
a
I
moon
just had I'm gonna tell you. I think so.
splits with a
Do you want to
tree.
hear my answer or
No.
not?
What the fuck
Okay.
do you think I would... Sorry, what?
So I just had like multiple thoughts go through my head. At first, I was like, okay, he's leading into something. And then you weren't leading into anything. And I was like, oh yeah, flowers would be pretty gay. And then I was like, bro, you could put anything, literally anything
Not
in
anything.
a sleeve. Dude, damn near anything on your sleeve. Okay, you're right. Not damn 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 near
Yeah, that's
anything
fair.
on your sleeve. And it wouldn't look gay. Like a sleeve looks cool, no matter what.
So now I've never thought of this before, but I was like, what if I just got like a bunch of fucking flowers down my arm and like as an integrated sleeve? But then what if I got like a moon and like what if I got a tree and it's like I could like split the tree and you could see the moon
Oh,
and then just
so
like cover it in flowers. That
I'm
seems
gonna cut you
dope.
off. That does seem dope. I'm gonna cut you off and tell you. So we were talking about what my next tattoo would be. Like, I don't know really, but I have an idea about incorporating like a family tree, like this
You were
badass
telling me about
tree.
that.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know how I could do that. I don't know how to do it to make it
On
look
your
cool.
arm? Like,
Yeah. No, on my neck.
dude, it fucking matters, man. Like,
It's a sleeve.
you didn't say a sleeve.
You asked me about my sleeve. Oh yeah, next tattoo would be a sleeve. Yeah. Well, not my next one. My next one's gonna be an ass tat of your spine.
Thank God.
So
I love us.
I know, dude. That's yeah, dude. I'm gonna get an ass tat of your spike, but here's the thing. I think there should be a stipulation. We don't draw the tattoo until we're there. So
Okay.
whatever one we draw there is what it is. Like
That's
that's
fine.
it.
Yeah, yeah, I wasn't planning on drawing it beforehand anyway, so. But okay, yeah, ass is fine. Like I'm down with an ass tat. I was like, I wonder if like there's any other option like in the underwear area, like on the side of the thigh or something. But
Waste.
like the side, well, the side of the thigh, it's like at least you can see it. But I'm down with the ass tat. I guess that it's like I don't know. Like I think that makes sense. It just I'm down for whatever,
We
I
could do
guess.
we could do front of the thigh too.
Yeah, like it'd be more enjoyable if I could see it more.
Yeah, so we could do it front of the thigh, like upside down, so that we can see it. You know?
Yeah, or like on the ass, just regular side up.
Yeah, I mean
But like,
that
how
there's
often
that too.
does anyone like see your ass? Like,
Never.
yeah,
Well, my wife sees mine like every
Lord
day.
willing, never on my ass.
But do you want to see it or not? Like that's the question. Like, do you want to see it or
Well,
not?
the thing
Like, if you
is,
don't
if
want to,
I see my ass and I see it there, it's like it's gonna be the star of the show, but I'm gonna be sad because I'm gonna be looking at my ass. Like,
we can do the front of the thigh right here, dude. Right, 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 right there,
I
right there.
honestly might like it more on the front.
We can do that, dude. I'm
I
okay with
honestly
it.
want to like let the tattoo artist decide because he's gonna look at my ass. He's like, yeah, you don't want that back there.
Dude, I think you're thinking about your ass more than you should.
No, you have never seen my ass. Like, it's disgusting. And
I
not in the
mean,
dirty way.
probably
It's clean. I
you've
actually
already
bought a
said that.
bidet. In one of
Do you
my
hook it up to the water line to your toilet?
No, it's over there. You can't see it. One of my drunken purchases was a bidet, and then I tried to hook it up, and the water line is the water line was like really stiff, and I couldn't adjust it, and god damn it, yeah, so I couldn't like foot the footing on the. I thought you had something on top of your head, but it was the background. Um, Yeah, so like the fitting was like a super rigid plastic, and so I couldn't put my fitting on top of it that has a thing that goes to the bidet. And like so I need to replace that super rigid fitting with something else. And I haven't bought the pipe to do it. So but I'm down with the bidet. Like I've used one somewhere. I don't remember where. And it was a little uncomfortable at first, but I don't know. South Park episode, you know?
There's Japanese toilets.
Japanese toilets. And it's like, fuck all this paper we're wasting. So
It talks to him. Dude, I've heard that bidets are like amazing. I've never, but like real bidets in toilets are amazing.
yeah. So it has this little fucking thing right here. And it just sits there. And then like when you use it, it like shoots out. And then it sprays your butthole, and then it goes back in. So yeah.
Weird.
It's like a butthole. Or a penis.
Damn, dude. So I know I'm gonna have to take a shot of Everclear, but in 2 weeks it will be midnight and we will be in Miami.
You know what's the best
2
part?
weeks.
No. You know what's the best part? Is that like I could have been sitting around my house just doing nothing, waiting for this Miami trip. Or they sent me to Rapid City. It's like I get to go to Rapid City for a week and like and I'm working on Saturday. So I'm not gonna get home until Sunday, Sunday. So and then also I have a fucking dentist appointment on Monday. So now I'm gonna get my cavity filled on Monday, or like 3 of them filled. They got hella cavities. And then so I assume they're not gonna make me work on Tuesday. So I'm basically fucking working in Rapid City until Saturday, and then it's just free and clear until fucking Miami. Except for a dentist appointment. But I'm fucking. This is gonna make the week fly by. The Rapid City is
I
gonna
know
be.
you're lucky, dude.
Yes. And there's that girl with
I'm
the
gonna
ass
summer
at the
tan.
fucking bar that I met that one time. I gotta go meet. I gotta find that bar. She's there.
I was there. Not the night you met her, but I was there.
I gotta find that bar. See if she's there.
Oh yeah. I lied. I'm not Venmoing you tomorrow.
Oh
I'm Venmoing you next Friday.
shit!
What are you gonna do?
That's what they always say.
Dude, at this point, I could not Venmo you at all. My ticket's paid for. Like, I'm going to Miami.
What are you, Tyler? Thinking.
No, I paid for my ticket,
Shit.
but I could not pay for anything else. And I'll be in Miami, not paying for anything else. You know?
I mean, everything else is paid for. I need to. I'm trying to think, like the fishing and the diving. I feel like I just put a deposit down and then like I need to pay for the rest later. But
I think I owe you it was 200 apiece for diving, you said.
for both of them, yeah. Maybe a little
You
less
said it
for
was
fishing.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Depending whether
Well, because
depending whether Tyler
I was
pays or
gonna
not.
say, you added Tyler, so that's like
It would be
fifth,
less, but
but-
do you expect him to pay?
no. But now I'm like, well, why do I have to pay?
Dude, it's
Oh,
all fucking
no.
good, man. I make too much money to care.
And I'm like, fuck you.
Well,
Making too much
that's
money.
capitalism, man. Like you're just trying to like.
No, that's like me saying fuck you. Why do you make so much money that I feel bad that I want to pay you more money?
No, this is just me giving to the people.
Dude,
Don't make me
I don't
feel
know if
bad
anybody's
giving to the
told you.
people.
I don't know if anybody's told you. So I mean, I'm sure Tyler did, but like,
Can we
thanks
talk
for
about
getting
something?
the Airbnb.
Dude, no
You
one has
fuck.
ever said thank you. But
Well, it's because like I'm pissed off and I'm like fighting you about it. But then I'm like, dude, that is the thing that you're like, I'm doing this no matter what.
Dude,
So
I appreciate that.
thank you for because that's a
Making
chunk of
this
change that
fucking cheap. What are you gonna do? It's a fucking drunk episode. No, the Shakira year. Dude, all your heartfelt shit was probably not recorded. God damn it.
oh, what are you gonna do?
Either way, this Miami trip's all me. Retarded Shayla Tucker face. Um,
I love that she gets the shout outs and she has no idea.
she doesn't deserve it.
Hey, yeah, she does.
Either way, nah, it was the Shakira year. It was 2020. Whatever the Shakira's ass year.
Jordan was not pregnant at the Super Bowl 2020.
You told me that she was, because
No, I didn't.
when was your little baby born? When was your little baby born?
2021.
Yeah.
June of 2021.
June is like 6 months in.
Yeah.
February of Ooh. Dude, we went through this like several times.
Yeah, we did.
We're gonna keep going through it
Yes,
because, god damn it, I'm gonna keep.
We are.
Well, 2020 was the year I went on my trip for California with Custer.
With Custer.
And it was after that I want to.
It would be cool though. Like, I
No,
love
dude,
my
it was
wife.
2021.
Hands down.
If we look up when Shakira was the ass of the Super Bowl, I bet it was 2021, and then you're gonna feel like a fool.
Hey Siri. When did Shakira and Jennifer Lopez play the Super Bowl? 2019.
I'm a legend. I got all my shit out before the children were born.
It would just be cool if you were like, hey, you know, just because you're my friend. Fuck. I mean, I love Jordan, but fuck the pregnant wife aspect. Let's do the buddy aspect here.
No, the buddy aspect just means you're poor.
Yeah.
No, it's the same thing as like Tyler. Like, I just want Tyler to go. So it's like I've got too much money, man. Like, might as well buy Tyler a ticket. Might as well fucking buy the Airbnb. Like, this is just me fucking just making this goddamn like thing easier for everyone else.
You and Mitch just like fucking making money, and Blaine
Dude,
too.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was a douche. You know, it was tax season and I was talking to Mitch and I was just like, so what'd you make this year? I asked him and he's just like, oh, you asked the question, and like made it all weird. And then I was like, oh fuck, maybe I shouldn't have. And how bad should I feel about this? Because
Between you and Mitch, I don't think you should feel that bad. But between me and like Tyler,
well,
or
but
Caden,
at the same
maybe,
time,
but-
it's like a dick swinging contest. It's like, regardless of what it is, whatever he answers, I'm still comparing myself to him, and it's in the best way. You know, we're best friends, so it's like it's fine. But when I make more than him, it makes me feel bad.
Dude, fuck you guys. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like,
All I gotta
fuck
say
you guys.
is I made 85,000 this year, and I didn't even try very hard.
Jesus Christ. I made 50.
Well, you're not that far behind Mitch. Like, that's all I gotta say.
What did Mitch make?
65.
I'm $15,000 behind Mitch.
Yeah, just wait till I try,
It's-
which I won't.
You guys just have to be making so much like savings
The
money.
thing is, with
That's
you,
the-
you have to
that's the
spend so
luxury.
much. You have to spend so much, and like when
that's-
when school comes around, you got to pay for the fucking food.
Yeah, but that's not even it. My wife gets half price daycare right now. Like we don't spend that much money on that.
Yeah, but like
But
food, like school is expensive.
dude, but the thing is, we have 2 car payments. We have rent. That's $1,000.
Oh yeah, you guys got fancy cars. That's what it is. Buick Lucerne.
They're not
bitch.
fancy. They're not fancy at all. My
Buick
car is.
Lucerne.
What year is your Buick?
It's got hail damage up the ass.
Tell me what year it is.
An 06.
Okay, our cars are newer than yours. But that's what we got.
But the
We got
other
car
thing is, I
payments.
don't drive my car. I drive my work van everywhere. So I don't have to drive my car. Like, if I would have to drive
Yeah,
my car, it would be fucked by now, probably.
Yeah, we don't have that luxury. We have to drive our cars.
I drive my work van to the bars and like to Scottsbluff. Like, they don't give a fuck. Actually, I asked my manager if I could drive my van the extra 3 hours down to Scottsbluff, and they're like, I text him, and he's like, "Hey, call me," and I was like, "Okay." So I called him, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't really care. Just I don't want to leave a paper trail." like, like, basically, it's fine. Just don't fucking abuse this power, and So yeah, I'm gonna drive. I'm not even gonna ask anybody. I'm just gonna drive down to Scottsbluff.
Good. Fuck the corporate people,
Dude, they make too much money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to make enough money to buy my paramotor, and then I'll go on my own and make some good, honest living. But
Okay.
until I am
Okay.
like satisfied with the amount of money I have, then fuck them. Christ.
All right. Well, that was episode 20 of You'd Be Dead. Bye, everybody.